Hello, everybody, and welcome to the start of the Big East League of Legends season. We are back again for another exciting invitational. This time, it will be in a bracket. I am Sir Aaron, and I am joined by my good friend, Jay Roundy.
Yo.
We have a great match today. We have Butler going up against Marquette, Butler being the 5th seed, Marquette being the 4th seed. So we will have a great best of 3 today between these two teams as the introduction to the first week of the Big East season. Now, before we start, let's take a quick look over both of these teams' rosters. First, up on Butler, in the top lane, we have Fox, Jungle, Master Gamer Live, mid lane, Mac, Bot, Lunchstorm, and Won't Be Banned.
And on Marquette, we have Slick Mick in the top lane, Physics in the jungle, Centric in mid, Like Mike as the ADC, and Snickers MVP as your Marquette support.
Yep, and like we said before, this will be in a bracket-style double elimination. So, two teams who will either win through the winner's bracket or through the loser's bracket will qualify for the Invitational against all the other League of Legends schools around the nation. So first, we will have the Big East Conference qualifier going into the overall Invitational. So all the matches are important. First matchup, though, Marquette versus Butler. So why don't we go ahead and get into the draft very, very shortly. But before we start, Roundy, let's get some predictions. What are you thinking? Both of these teams, I believe, back in the season last year, I think Butler may have gotten the better of them. But what do you predict who comes out on top in this best of 3?
I mean, if I remember correctly, Butler sometimes struggles to, pull games through. Especially since their mid laner is normally a jungler, so sometimes they can sort of struggle with that. But I don't know, from what I've heard, I think they have a decent chance today, so probably gonna have some good games, I think. Some close ones.
Yeah, I'm definitely hoping for a Butler win here. We'll definitely propel our season forward, but you're right. We've got a bit of a role swaps going on with different players needing to fill in different roles because of just what were given to us this year. So, getting into draft, Butler has been put on the red side as Marquette chose blue side for side 1. So, first round of bans. Hecarim taken off with the Ashe already. Samira taken off as well. It is important to note that Yone and Samira are enabled for this tournament, so we will have the opportunity to see them, but obviously we will not be seeing Samira today. So, Caitlyn taken off the board as well for both teams with Butler's ban. Final ban coming in for Marquette as this timer ticks down. We saw the jungle and bot lane target. Could see another one taken away. We do know Lunchstorm has some priority in some things, but we will see the Shen taken away. We don't want to see the top lane threat who wins almost every melee matchup on the side of Fox. Slick Mick, though, does love playing Darius, so maybe he's trying to get a favorable matchup for one of his favorite champions. So, final ban coming in will be the Bard taken away.
Yeah. Shen is definitely pretty strong. Oh, the Lucian!
Yeah.
You might see a Lucian solo lane here.
First pick Lucian is definitely a very big threat. If you checked out the event that Butler put on this past week in Battle for Indiana, we saw how powerful the pick Lucian was in many of the games where he was present. If you throw him down on the mid lane or the top lane, he is a very, very powerful pick. And we do know that it is a flex pick for Butler, so definitely a good pick for Marquette to take off the side of Butler, but their response is the Ezreal and the Lilia.
Yeah. Lilia's a pretty strong jungler right now. She's pretty decent at power farming when she can get her jungle item. And then against some of the other junglers, she can sort of just snowball off of pure farming alone sometimes.
Yeah, and being one of the newer junglers with a ton of CC definitely has great utility to use for all the opponents. But we see the Ivern picked up here by Marquette. That is a very interesting pick.
I think I like the Ivern with Lucian. just with the to give him some shields, because Lucian is a pretty short range ADC, so against the range of Ezreal, it's going to be nice to have those shields.
Yeah, and Ivern is not a very common champion to see in pro play, much less collegiate. We do, in the past, have seen the, I'm not sure, I can't remember what team was on, but Ivern this rank always loved piling that Ivern, and always banned away as a respect ban, so we will finally see the Yuumi coming out, one of won't be banned specialties down in the bot lane. So, Ezreal Yuumi, obviously, is a very common 2v2 bot lane. Very, very safe to, keep that taxi for Yuumi. And then we also saw the set taken there for Centric. Now, that is also a flex potential. We have seen a lot of set mid in the LCS, as well as on the pro stage, but there's also a chance that can just be going top 2 Slick Mick.
We could potentially be seeing set support, although against Yuumi, I definitely wouldn't want it.
Yeah, and Snickers MVP obviously is a very important player for this Marquette team. One of his specialties is Pike, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a Pike ban here, since Pike into Ezreal Yuumi is definitely a very good pick.
Yeah, Pike pretty good with against Yuumi, just because if you get a hook, then it's a 2-for-1.
And we
The
definitely,
lit pinata, as Captain Flowers likes to call it.
yeah, we definitely do love the 2-for-1 special. But final round of bans, Butler will be taking away the Pantheon and Rakan, and Marquette with the Gnar and Ahri ban. So Butler needs a mid laner or a top laner. Most likely we'll be saving, I'd guess, the mid laner for the counter pick, since Mac likes to make some flashy plays there in the mid lane. So I'll be expecting a top lane pick, and that's a Sylas pick, which also can be flexed to top or mid. So they're definitely probably going to give the most favorable matchup to most likely their mid laner. But in response, let's see what Marquette decides to bring out to that.
Yeah, probably. Well, I mean, we're definitely going to see a bot laner here, unless they decide to send the Lucian bot lane, but I don't think they would. And Orianna, maybe going mid, and then probably Lucian top and set support, perhaps.
Perhaps Lucian could also be going bot. Obviously, is an ADC mainly, and with the Alistar pick, that's probably where he's going to go. So
Yeah.
maybe just wanted to flex Lucian, or just take him off the board so Butler it wasn't able to flex him themselves.
Taric?
Taric covered. Taric will be locked in, so most likely we'll be seeing a Lucian Taric bot lane. But Orianna is obviously a very standard mid champion, so I wouldn't be surprised to see the Sylas go against Orianna, but I also don't know what Butler wants to run out their team comp with. There are some decent ults for Sylas to take. Obviously, Lucian set some pretty decent ults. Orianna's ult, obviously very good if you can get close, but Taric ult is definitely the big one there for Butler. But in the last second, we do see the Vladimir, so
The Vlad.
this could also be going mid or top.
Yeah. Quite a few flex picks. Very secretive until the end.
Yeah, Butler playing the flex game here for sure. So we get the swaps going on, as looks like this could be the where the teams lay. So that could be a Vladimir mid. We have seen Mac play Vladimir in many different games. When he gets to the late game, he definitely has the potential to carry there. Sylas will be going against the set. So what do you think of this two team comps, Randy? Where would you place the better draft here?
I definitely think I like the idea from the Butler draft with the Vladimir, Lilia, Sylas, and the Yuumi. They're all pretty short range. I mean, Yumi's obviously just going to be on someone, but all three of them can sort of dive together and do quite a lot of damage. The only problem is that they're all AP. And even Ezreal does quite a bit of magic damage, so MR on the side of Marquette is going to be really useful. So it's going to be really important for this Ezreal to be not too far behind of the Lucian, who can be pretty oppressive in lane. So I think if Butler gets to late game, they should be in the clear, because Set and Lucian just don't quite have the scaling relative to things like Yuumi, Ezreal, and Vlad.
Yeah, I definitely agree. For all the AD carries that Butler could have chosen, Ezreal is the one that does just the most base magic damage. So they are basically a whole AP comp. So if Tarek does decide to just stack armor, we could be seeing a very, very easy game for them, since you can't really penetrate that much MR if they don't have to be forced to build armor. So, what's your prediction? Game 1. Who's got the win?
I think it's going to be... I feel like if any role on Butler gets ahead, I think they should win. I think the only win condition for Marquette is if they get their bot lane really ahead. But like Oriana and Set, I think are going to have a really hard time just winning their matchup. So I think Butler's pretty favored.
Yeah, at least for me, just knowing how Butler plays, if they don't fall behind into the game, if they stay even or, maybe just drop 1 or 2 kills, I think they'll be able to pull through the late game. But if Marquette can just come out and just, dominate, I think they'll walk away with this first game easily. So, while we wait for the spectator delay, we are going to head to a quick break, so stick around before we get into Game 1 of the Big East season. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Game 1 of the match between Butler and Marquette. We are finally loaded onto the Rift, and we'll be able to see both of these teams in their first match of the season. Butler, red side, Marquette, blue side.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Nice and easy opening. We got the standard 5-point setup. Both of these teams don't want to see any potential shenanigans come across in the beginning of the match.
Yeah, kind of interesting that MGL decided to award the top pixel brush, even though he's going to be starting red. You probably expect the bottom brush to be awarded for something like that, if he was going to start red, but I suppose the safe vision is fine either way.
Yep, if we want to take a look at the Summoner spell check, we do have a double TP in the mid lane. Don't have any Ignite threat there. Ezreal did decide to go with the barrier, maybe just fearing for the oppressivity that could be the Lucian Tarek lane, but Yumi obviously will be running the heal and the exhaust. Does not need to have flash, as she will hopefully be on some of the entirety of the game. But like you said, Jacob, red start there for the Lilia, as Ivan will have started on his own blue side. So maybe have the opportunity to see if there's any maybe fun invades, see if Lily decides to, get onto this Ivan early, since he does not have any survivability in the first couple levels of the game.
Yeah, he's quite squishy, but then again, Lilia's early clear is kind of weak. Also, she took a really long time to kill that red buff, but perhaps she maybe accidentally unleashed.
Just a standard opening game here from all around. Just trading back and forth from both sides. Ezra and Yumi just wanting to play safe and scale up. That's their only job here. While Marquette wants to dominate them early. That Lucian wants to get ahead in any way possible, since he will take over the game if he can snowball early.
Yeah, and it definitely explains the safe summoner spell choices from the Butler bot lane, because they really do just want to survive, because as long as they don't die, they should be perfectly fine in this game.
Yep, and so far there's most of these champions are just champions that do scale really well. We do have a little bit of a charade going on in the top lane, as Fox gets the lesser end of that, but Marquette looking like they want to push MGL in, as he'll pop that vision plant and most likely concede that bot lane rift scuttle to Marquette.
Yeah, pretty standard stuff. Ivern doesn't really take too much damage in the early levels from clearing, just because he doesn't actually have to fight his camp, so Lilia coming in low HP means she cannot contest.
Yeah, as a friend of the forest, you can just throw your little circle of life around your jungle friends and come back later. So nice and easy third job there, as we do see Vizix going to take the not taking the reset, just actually going for that top scuttle. So good job on him for getting the double scuttle, it appears.
Did he get the double scuttle? Wait, he didn't kill the top one.
Maybe worried that could see a potential roam there from either the top or mid to support the Lilia, but Lilia is posturing potentially for a little bit of an early gank, but we'll just be rotating down to that top river to most likely pick up that Scuttle Crab.
Oh, Lilia getting pinched right here, maybe?
Yep, set is rotating down while the Orianna is coming as well, so Master Gamer Live tries to go for the smite, and I can't tell who got that. I think Marquette actually got the better of that.
MGL did get it. I think with a smite auto.
Yeah, I got very, very close. That was a very low Scuttle Crab, as we did see that Ivern just put his circle around that and decided to go for the back to come to the later. So good job on him for getting that Scuttle Crab and getting out safely, since it was a very high potential for his death there.
Yeah, not even having to burn flash is pretty nice. Especially not getting double scuttled on by an Ivern would be a little bit awkward, but...
Yep. Do have a first Dragon Ocean, so we won't be seeing that soul this game, but Ivern just getting to the vision, trying to see if there's any ward placed down, as pretty even CS around the board, as there is a little bit of an advantage in the mid lane, as we do see some trades going back and forth top. Slicknick does land a W onto Fox, so that will be a relatively even trade. Foxo is low on men as he does reach level 6.
Yeah, he is out of the corrupting pot stack, so won't be getting any more mana back from those.
We do see a ping coming out there from Butler in the tri-bush. Maybe, potentially, Lila could be wanting to go for a gank. It is looking like she's going to be running mid, as we do see Centric below his flash, so... We do see the gank though on the top lane. Butler Fox does steal the set ult to get himself out. So, nice and easy there. Off camera though, we did see Mac throw down his ultimate, force a flash out of Centric with Master Gamer Live there in the wing. So, opportunities made for both sides here in the early game, as now Butler moves to take this first dragon.
Yeah, some nice play from Mac, gives him a 20 CS lead and lets his team secure the first dragon. Some nice play from him.
Yep, we've had a relatively quiet game so far. There hasn't been really much fighting outside of those two ganks. Bot lane, basically even CS, as well does have, well now it's actually even CS. As Marquette will have the advantage though, because of the buckler there from Tarek. But top lane obviously will have set with the slight advantage just by the nature of Ezreal. This is here, but there is a ward, Butler will know. So Ezreal just ease away, keeps himself safe with the arcane shift.
Yeah, Lucian just now getting his first back of the game. Pretty interesting, but he will come back probably with a BF sword and either a cull or longsword maybe. I'm not sure what he'll go for. Oh no, he goes for executioner. Good choice against Yumi.
Yep, and with the other healing across the team with the Vladimir and the Silas, definitely a really nice early game pick. We'll have to worry about getting that, you know, 2 items down in the future. But Lilia is here, looking like he wants to get engaged. Master Gamer Live though does reach 6, ult does cut down onto him. Master Gamer Live will get the sleep onto Set, sees the flash away. Fox does get the W onto Slick Mick, very, very low HP though. Physics is here with the TP coming in there from Orianna, flash away from Master Gamer Live as Fox steals the ultimate away. Centric, he doesn't get the ultimate out. Actually does land the ultimate onto Fox. Low HP, does get the ultimate back though, physics very, very low. W there from Butler Fox, but looks like both sides will just walk away. Centric trying to get some more damage, but very, very close fight there from both sides.
Yeah, I'm feeling that really should have been a kill on the Set at least. But it was a clean escape from Fox and MGL either way, so...
Yep, and that was a very smart TP there from Centric to try to get a kill back, since they almost did. Butler Fox and Master Gamer Life were very, very low. Both had to blow their flashes to get away, but... Yeah, we probably maybe should have seen a kill there onto the Set, but obviously the ultimate and the flash getting set closer to his tower, so a couple of them stay alive here as Lunstorm trying to farm to get his level 6, as we do see the level 6 there from the bot lane duo of Marquette.
Yep, this bot lane is pretty uneventful so far, which you definitely want to see for the side of Butler.
Snicker's MVP clearing that pink ward there on the side of Butler. Lilia is here though. They're trying to potentially look for him. We do have Won't Be Banned jumping on top of Massacre Live just to give him some maybe security as he moves on to his wolves, but very, very slow game. Gold dead even, but Butler obviously has a slight advantage with that first dragon of the game.
Yep. Not much happening too far, which again is really good for Butler, but we do see a fight in mid. That doesn't look like anything's going to happen.
Yep, Vladimir just throw that ult down, so he'll be able to safely regenerate that HP. You did see the oh, we do see actually Trey coming in. We do see the ult coming like you made potentially just to save Blumstorm, but Trey going in the top lane. Fox tries to get the ultimate there to throw Sigmic on her tower, but is not getting far enough. So just ultimate trade back and forth. Not really anything done here though, as we do see Fox in the top lane with Massacre Live to get that first kill onto Slick Mick.
Yeah, some nice ganks from MGL to secure the first blood. So
yeah, Wave was in a nice
really
position
good for Butler so far.
Yeah, Wave was in a nice position there for Fox as he, you know, maybe tried to bait Slick Mick in there with, you know, throwing out the ultimates and getting some damage on there. So nice rotation there. But I gotta say, with the way that we've seen Butler play their games this, at least this semester and the past year with the Big East season, this is a much slower game out of them that we've seen. Maybe Marquette is adding fuel to that fire, but Butler is playing a very slow game, most likely because of their the nature of their comp. But they are definitely not trying to do too much here in the early game, which we haven't seen this side out of them in the past.
Yeah, but I am definitely liking the slow, methodical play this game. Like it definitely favors their composition.
Yep, and with the reset there of the bot lane for Butler, this will be a free Mountain Dragon there for Marquette, as the Ivan will be finishing that off. And we will get the Infernal Soul this game. So this is a actually pretty strong soul for both of these teams. We do see Vixix, though, with Centric going in the mid lane, trying to get a gank onto Mac. Does land that ability there, but pretty safe in their tower, so not much threat there, as Mac does actually lose a good chunk of his health bar, but ooh, Vlad will be healing up. Mac, a little bit low there, pretty dangerous. Could have seen the ult there from Centric, but stay safe. As Massacre Live is pretty far ahead, does get stunned up there by Centric. Ult just come in very low, tries to run away. Ignite is taking him down, but Sleep there will keep him alive as Mac throws his ultimate down there to protect him as well.
Yeah, MGL stepping up just a little bit too far, but the ult does get him out safely, so...
Yeah, the bot lane of Marquette was rotated up there by the Dragon Pit, so Massacre Live most likely not knowing that the Marquette squad was there for the 4v1, but does get away, doesn't have to blow anything but his ultimate, so pretty good for him, all things considered.
Yep. And Mac in the mid lane has increased his CS lead to 40 already, so a bit of a lane kingdom going on there for the Vladimir.
Yep, top lane though, we do see a gank coming in. We do see the flash out from Butler Fox trying to take down Vixix, but they'll come in from set. We'll get Butler Fox very low. Does get the W to heal him up as Lilia is rotating up. Butler Fox trying to bait, very low on HP, but Butler Massacre Live is here to protect his team. Slickmick though, very low HP. Massacre Live going in, trying to take down Vixix. We do see the kill coming there from Massacre Live, and that is a double kill there going to the Lilia.
Yeah, that's really good plays for Butler, and looking great for them. I honestly feel like this game is sort of over. Unless somehow Marquette can secure the next 3 dragons. I think it's just going to be a slow, suffocating death.
Yep, we do see a potential engage though, but we will see the octane shift there coming out from the Butler bot lane. As we do see the ult there coming out from the Yuumi. Like Mike is a little bit low on HP. Bloodstorm could try to go and get for the kill. He does see the ultimate coming out though, but we will see the Taric ult in response. Very, very low mana on both of these members, so Bloodstorm could be wanting to go in for some more. Sticker's MVP is low with Like Mike, but then we'll just walk it out. But yeah, you're right. Fox was a little bit deep there, as we did see the roam up there from Ivern, but Ivern not really a champion that does too much damage there, so with the healing of the W of Silas, was able to keep him alive there and sustain for Massacre him alive to roam and get that easy double kill.
Yeah. Nice synergy coming out of the top jungle duo for Butler.
And they did throw down that Rift Herald, so they get them the first tower of the game as well. So right now Butler does have a nice 3k gold lead 15 minutes into this game, so they are playing this very, very well.
Yeah, just some slow, clean play from a scaling top is what my my main man LS would love to see.
And definitely this is the way you want to play these sort of comps. Can't get too crazy too early though. We do see Fox though roaming on the mid lane, does not land the E there. Does get some damage on the Centric, but was pretty close to tower, so wasn't much threat of a potential roam there. Skirmish just clearing out a pink ward, getting more vision for his team, as Fox now has returned to the top lane. All around, though, we do have some island completions coming. We do see the Proto Belt there for Fox in the top lane. We do have the Spellbinder for the Vladimir with his almost 60 CS lead. That's a 200 gold bounty for himself. Lilia is getting close to finishing the Leandries. And we do have the Essence River complete for Lucian, as well as the Mana Moon there for the Ezreal.
Yeah, this CS for Mac is actually incredible. He's at almost 180 at 17 minutes, so...
Yep, we see the flash coming out there from Like, as he will be taken down by Lunchroom there, all coming out from multi-band to lock down Snickers. MVP is very, very low, but that Ivern shield is huge. Butler Fox will get that W onto him to take him down, so that is a great roam for Butler.
Yeah, the 4-man bot are working out for them. Getting 2 kills for themselves.
We saw the great sleep there from Massacre Live to secure that kill onto Like Mike. PlayVS almost was able to save the Taric, but that W execute was a little too powerful there on the Silas. So we do see the ultimate there coming in from Butler Mac. Potentially could be diving under the tower. Does get a little bit of damage. We will see the flash out from Citric. As now Fox is here to follow up. Does steal the Orianna ultimate. Orianna will ultimate back though. Ooh, 1 HP basically. Butler Fox does not land the Q. Cannot get the kill. Ooh, now Marquette is here to roam, so he will have to give up his life for that.
That is a tough look, just barely missing that last Q for the kill. And then he does get collapsed on, so unlucky for Fox, but it was a good attempt.
Yeah, at the very least, I guess you got the flash there from Orianna, but definitely not worth trading your life for that, as Marquette will be happy to get that free kill gifted to them, though. Sicker's MVP with Like Mike here in the mid lane. Massacre Life is just shadowing, though, as Marquette will be picking up this Rift Herald. Could look to throw it wherever they so please. We do have the bot turret fallen for them, so could just see them even out the lane phase, or maybe try to open up the mid lane. As Butler Mac already has 2 needlessly large rods on his way to that death cap.
Kinda interesting, Mac not deciding to go for any CDR yet. Normally on Vlad you want to see at least a little bit, just because to get that Q cooldown as low as possible.
Ooh, that was a great ability there from PlayVS, as Lunchstorm will have to arcade shift away, but Yuumi ultimate will keep him alive as Sticker's MVP is very, very low. Butler Mac will just pop him with this Q, and that is a nice free kill for them.
Yeah. Another clean kill for Butler. Looking good with a 5k gold lead.
Yep, and another number 2 match that will be their 5-kill lead, as I do have Dragon spawning at 3 minutes. Butler is stacking up that almost on soul point. Butler Fox is just splitting the top lane, but yeah, what you were saying before, it looks like Butler is just playing better today. They've just been rotating around each other much easier, and just have all around better cohesion with what they want to do, and that's obviously, we've seen that apparent in their play, as Slickmick looks like he's trying to get that 1v1 onto Fox, but cannot catch up to him even with the slow there from the Blade of the Rune King.
Yeah. Set's still not quite at his first item yet, so not looking too good.
Yep, Fox though is almost caught in a 4v1, will flash away from that Terra Cube, and is out, so almost was a little bit there, too deep, but is okay in the end. So I'm just trying to knock down this mid tower, as like Mike and Slickers MVP are trying to keep it alive. Fox though is just clearing that wave top, use the ultimate coming in. Another ultimate coming in there.
And the repeat.
Slickmick does get Fox though, but obviously the healing is very, very powerful, even with the executioners there onto the set, so Fox will be fine to just sustain it out, as this mid lane tower will most likely be falling very, very soon, once Ezreal lands a W or two, but Slickmick and like Mike and Slickers MVP are doing a good job to clear the wave to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yep. They bring their jungler over here to make sure this tower doesn't go down.
Yep, Ivern is weighing in the wings there, as Massacre Live there is to support as well.
Oh, Mike
does land the ability. We do see the ultimate there coming in from Yumi, as we do see the Taric ult in response. Slickers MVP will be okay. We do see the Lilia orb land on him, but not much going on there, as Butler Mac is just pushing Centric back with his 2-level advantage. Everyone is pretty scared of this Vladimir, has the death cap finished. 350 gold bounty on him, so he is very powerful right now.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to mess with the Vladimir that has death cap and Spellbinder.
Slickers MVP tries to get a stun there, so you see the E coming out from Slickmick, does get some good damage on the Mac, but Mac is going in, throws down the ultimate. Slickers MVP is a little bit low, is taken down there by the Q from Butler Lundstrom. We do see the ultimate there coming out from like Mike. Fox does steal the ultimate right back and throws it back at him, but not enough damage to take down the set, so that was a nice dive kill there from Mac.
Yeah, some huge damage.
Fox though isn't done, use the ultimate there coming out from the Orianna. Father Fox almost taken down though, but will be able to be healed up. Lundstorm almost dying to that tower shot, so a little bit scary there from both sides, but they will both walk away without any deaths. Rift Herald, though, in the meantime, was thrown in the bot lane, so we'll just be walking down there as Butler rotates to take it down. So, unfortunate, no value add there from Marquette.
Yeah, Butler probably looking to just pull back and secure this dragon, and then look for a reset. Although Marquette may be trying to sneak a Baron.
Yeah, this isn't actually this isn't a terrible play here. Butler does not really have any idea. They're all actually going for 2 resets, so we do see the pings coming out there right now from the side of Butler, but this isn't the fastest Baron. It's going down relatively fast, so we do see the ultimate there from the Ezreal, so they do know what's happening, but 3.5k HP, it's not going to be there in time. We do see teleports there coming out from both members. Smite goes out there, but Butler is here to respond. Seconds MVP does get the flash out. Slickmick though tries to use his ultimate to get himself out. Massacre Life will take him down. Butler Mac though is in the wings there, getting the kill onto Centric, as we do see another member from Marquette fall. So a great heads-up play there from Marquette, but unfortunately not able to get out alive, as 2 teleports used there to get 2 kills there for Butler.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that was worth for Marquette, just because if they didn't get the Baron, then Butler definitely would just hit the reset and then get the Baron themselves. So 2 kills for a Baron is pretty worth, but it's obviously not exactly what you're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, if you're behind 7k in a game, definitely try and get that Baron trade for a dragon. It's definitely in your favor, since if Butler got that Baron, they most likely probably would have just 5v5 Marquette and just won. Since they are definitely leaps and bounds ahead of where Marquette currently is, with the 600 gold bounty there on the Vladimir, as well as on the jungle and bot.
Yeah, I mean, even if we just look at these ADCs, we see Ezreal has 2 items and is pretty close to completing his Death Dance, whereas Lucian is still only sitting on 1, almost to his IE, but is quite a big difference considering Ezreal is quite tanky at this point and still does quite a bit of damage with the mana main.
Yep, Butler Fox does steal the ultimate there. Actually does land the E, but the Blast Cone will save Slick Mick as he will get away scot-free. Butler did was there rotating over, so nothing going there. But yeah, Ezreal does have the stacked Muramana. We do see the 6-stack Darkscale on the Yuumi as well. Fox is getting close to finish his Luden's Echo as well. But yeah, right now Butler is just ahead of Marquette in, I believe, almost every lane. If we want to take a look at the gold chart there for both teams, Butler is ahead in every single lane. We have a almost 1k gold lead there in the top lane. We've got 2k in there in the jungle. Mid lane is the biggest with almost a 4k gold lead there on Mac. And then we've got about a 1k gold lead in the Ezreal, and then Yuumi with about a 600 gold lead. So right now, every member of Butler is ahead, even though Set has a few extra CS than Fox. But right now, Butler is primed and ready to take this game.
Yeah, Mac having a great game for himself. Over 100 CS up already. And I'm starting to think that he went for the low CDR build just for the big one-shots because he was ahead. As now he does go for the CDR boots and the Fiendish Codex for 20%.
Yeah, he has the 700 gold bounty, so he is a very, very good takedown there. If Marquette can get him with the 1k gold for his death, so will most likely be very hard to kill since he just has the completed Sonya's Hourglass. So this is going to be a very powerful and very safe Vladimir once it comes to the next team fight.
Yeah, not many targets on the side of Marquette can really do much about this Vladimir because they don't have too much hard CC unless they can catch him without using his W.
Yep, Fox there getting some trades onto Slick Mick. Slick Mick does still have the Haymaker, so he will be totally fine there. No members of Marquette or Butler there to rotate. As Fox just tries to push this wave in, maybe get some damage on that inhibitor turret. But you see Like Mike there trying to rotate up. You see the Haymaker there come in for Slick Mick, as now Like Mike is here, baited him in, and that will be a kill on to Butler Fox.
Yeah, Fox getting Fox getting a little bit too aggressive. Not quite respecting the rotation from Like Mike.
Yep, Dragon spawning in 30 seconds though. Fox will be dead for this, so Marquette could try to want to contest, but right now they are kind of just essentially conceding this Infernal Soul, which would be very powerful for the side of Butler with the poke of the Ezreal, the power of the Vladimir, so definitely don't want to see them just conceding this for free, maybe trying to go for a cheeky Ivern steal, but Marquette actually now is rotating over. Fox will respawn right now, does not have TP to join the fight right away, but could see a potential big team fight here as the Dragon now has spawned.
Yeah, and Infernal Dragon is actually really, really good for Vladimir just because of his double scaling with AP and HP, so the more AP he gains from the Infernal Dragons, the more HP he gets from it as well.
The Dragon will be started there by Butler, just pulling out. We do have Marquette all there in the bottom jungle, potentially looking for a 5v5. Fox will take that Vladimir ultimate. Ooh, we do see the ult coming there from the Vladimir. Do see the response there from Slickersnick with the ult. Fox does have that set ultimate ready and waiting. Lots of damage coming out there. Mac is actually taken pretty low. Does have the healing ticket bring it back up. Sonya's Hourglass. Fox will be taken down there by Like Mike as Landstorm now is trading back and forth. It is still a bit in the favor of Butler as there are low health players there for the side of Marquette. All very, very low. Vladimir, though, going in full HP. Flash coming out there from Vladimir. But you see Meskrim alive, taking down that set, even though the ultimate did come out. Suckers MVP almost gets a takedown, as we do see the double kill, I think, coming out there for Slick Mick. Let's get the Yuumi and the Lilia, but he will be falling there to the Vladimir, and that is a one fight from Butler.
Yeah, like Mike getting the double kill with that Q from the Lucian. Despite being behind, it still hits pretty hard.
Yep, Ezreal right now is doing the Infernal Soul. Mac, though, is here to defend as Slicker's MVP, and Visix are very low on HP, so the Flyer can get on top of him just like this. That will be a dead Ivern, so that is one kill there for him. Slicker's MVP will be the next to follow as he's just trying to beat him up. Ooh! The Orianna steals the Infernal Dragon!
Yeah, she ends up dying for it, but huge Dragon Steel coming out of Centric does buy Marquette a little bit of time.
Yeah, and that was just maybe a bit of overconfidence there from Butler, as Lundstorm was just there slowing down that Infernal Dragon. Mac was just having fun killing like Mike, so Centric with the, huge ball steal there, but Butler now will rotate over to this Baron and most likely do this uncontested, as we do have 3 members of Marquette still in the death screen.
Yeah, even though it was a good play from Centric to get the Dragon Steel. Really not much for Marquette to do because they can't do anything about the Baron, and now they're probably just gonna lose probably 2 inhibitors and top and mid, or maybe just the game if they get caught out here.
Yeah, Slick Mick will use a Haymaker to keep himself alive. We do have the ultimate there coming out from Slick Mick. Or Butler Mac wants to be going in. Ult there from the Taric will keep them alive. Slick Mick very low, but is able to run out with the support from his team. So almost the game could have been there if they got the kill, but Marquette is able to hold on for just a bit longer.
Yeah, the Taric peel a bit too strong.
At this point, though, it almost feels inevitable that Butler will be closing this game out, as they will be pushing in the mid and top, looking to take down both of these turrets to get both inhibitors, and then most likely rotate over to bot, or either just end the game. Except though, does try to get some damage out on the Vladimir. Mac will go into the pool, keep himself alive. Lundstorm on Fox here, just getting some damage onto that mid tower, as it will fall. Inhibitor will be exposed, as Massacre Lab just there running around. Seth is trying to force him off. We do see the stun there from Seconds MVP. Fox, though, will be fine. As Butler's just deciding to play this one very slow. Mac has rotated there over to get that bot turret too. We do have a great stun there from Lundstorm. We do see the ultimate there coming out from the Orianna. Like Mike will be able to take down Butler Fox. Lundstorm, though, will fall next. Cannot get over to that wall. So that is a great capitalization there from Marquette.
Yeah, a bit of a questionable play from Lundstorm and Fox, fighting without both their Yuumi and their Vlad. But Butler's still in the driver's seat, of course.
Yep, top lane, inhibitor turret will fall. Massacre Lab takes that down, but yeah, that was a great capitalization there when we saw the root land there for Visix, and the immediately Orianna all coming out there from Centric was able to allow Like Mike to dive and get that great double kill. He's actually doing very well for himself. 7-2 right now. Has 3 items on his way to finishing his 4th. Has a bounty for himself, and actually has pulled ahead in CS of the Ezreal, but unfortunately Ezreal did blow both his summoner spells trying to live in that scuffle, so a bit unfortunate there, but they're still in the lead, has about an 8k gold lead, as we will have the Infernal Dragon spawning in about 2 minutes. Butler most likely just looking to push and get some pressure, and then rotate over there when it does spawn.
Yep. Both teams probably just gonna wait on that last Infernal Dragon, or potentially not last. If Marquette does manage to acquire that one, we will see one more.
Do you see some pings coming out as Marquette is trying to get some more pressure into their jungle, trying to clear out some of those wards. Butler, though, very powerful. Silas has finished the Lynn's Echo, is on his way to the Death Cap. We do have the Leandries and Morellos finished onto the Lilia. Vladimir does have the pen item there, as we do see the Ezreal on his way to completing his Blade of the Rune King. Yuumi has gotten the upgrade Dark Seal. So you see the ultimate there coming up from Seconds MVP. Shots go on Team Massacre Live, but we'll just fall back. Mac, though, is waiting, and he will dive onto Seconds MVP. Ultimate is down. Seconds MVP very low on HP. Almost gets taken down there, but he will live, healed up by that redemption. So, fight still going on. We do have Slick Mick there, brawling. flash in there from Seconds MVP, actually almost to his death. Like Mike will actually take down Master Gamer Live, but Mac will get the trade kill back onto Seconds MVP. Like Mike, though, very, very low. Flash in from Butler Fox. Will eventually get that kill down, shut down there, as we do see Physics flash off the wall. And this will most likely be the Infernal Soul going over to Butler.
Yeah, like Mike, doing his best to try to carry that fight, but after they lose the Taric ult, I think Marquette is just a little bit dead in the water on that one.
Yep, and Butler might just be looking to end the game here. All 4 members of Butler are now pushing this mid wave. Physics trying to get back, but there's not much that an Ivern can do to stall this push, as Butler will be looking to take down the Nexus turret. TP there coming in for Fox. Did he get a reset off? Matt just pushing off Physics, nothing he can really do. Seconds MVP has respawned, but not much Terror can do. We do see the ultimate there coming off from Butler Mac as the game is ended there. So Butler will be taking game 1 of this series.
Yeah, a clean game coming out from them. I gotta say it was a pretty heavy carry coming out of the Vlad. Not to say the rest of Butler didn't pull their weight, but Mac just doing a great job on the Vladimir this game.
Yeah, he was so far ahead of his opponent there. Centric was just not able to really get a strong footing into the game, as Vladimir will be ending that game 7-0-5. Very, very powerful. Topping that damage charts, obviously, for his work. So, yeah, I mean, that was just Butler coming out and just really doing what they're supposed to do with their comp and just not really letting Marquette have any chance to get back into this game.
Yeah, they really understood what they needed to do to win that game, and they executed very nicely. So, a very clean game from them.
Yeah, and that obviously will be the first match of the 3-game series going over the side of Butler. Stick around, though. We will be back for Game 2 shortly. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Big East Fall Invitational between Butler and Marquette. We just saw the conclusion of game number 1 with Butler pretty handily taking the game. It was a pretty fun match to see. Jacob, what are your thoughts about what we just saw?
Yeah, it was a pretty clean game from Butler. They just picked a better scaling composition and then did what they needed to do. They just did nothing for about 10 minutes and then, just slowly won the game. And Mac putting on a clinic in the mid lane with more than 10 CS per minute, basically the entire game. So a phenomenal performance from him.
Yeah, that Vladimir is very, very powerful, and there wasn't really much of a response from the side of Marquette. There wasn't really much they could do, as the very powerful scaling comp there from Butler was just able to, build very, very small advantages for themselves through their CS advantage, and then eventually there was nothing that Marquette could do, and game 1 went to Butler. So, we are now on to game 2. Marquette needs to win this game if you're going to see another in this series. But let's get into draft. Butler has chosen the blue side, so Marquette has been put on the red side. And again, we will most likely see the same bans out here from Butler, since it wasn't really much for them to be scared about. I wouldn't be surprised if Marquette threw a ban towards Vladimir, since that was a he basically just carried the game on his back himself. But similar starting bans out here from both sides, as Butler takes away the Samira. Hecarim taken away there from Master Gamer Alive. Caitlyn, again, banned away, even though we do have a very powerful Caitlyn player, or just likes to play Caitlyn there on Lunstorm, so maybe Caitlyn not part of the composition that they want. What do you think, Jacob? Do you think Marquette needs to throw a respect ban here on the way of Mac on his Vladimir?
I don't think so, at least not in the first ban phase. I think if they pick Vlad in the first 3, then I think there should be some kind of pick that Marquette can go for that should be able to counter it, so I don't think they need to worry about it just yet. Maybe if it gets through the first pick phase, then they can start thinking about picking it or banning it in the second ban phase, but we'll have to see. They do
Yep.
decide to ban Yumi, though. I do think that is pretty smart if they don't think that they can hard win the lane.
Yeah, definitely. That is one of Won't Be Band's best champions, one of his best win rates there. But we do see that Respect Band coming out, so there will not be a Yumi and Vladimir in this game as...
And Butler goes for the Lucian this time.
Yep. I'm not surprised here, as Butler does love to have their flex picks, since we could be seeing that in 3 different lanes. So the best matchup will be having Nat Lucian. So obviously we did see the Bard ban, so similar bans there from Butler. But in the response, Lilia is taken away there from Mass Gamer Live, could not be able to have that. So Physics will now be put on a little more of a more powerful jungle, you might argue, at least damage-wise. But
For sure.
for their second pick, we could potentially be seeing maybe another powerful champion that like Mike might want to pilot, which is the MF. So maybe Marquette doesn't know where that Lucian's going, but maybe they just want, a solid bot lane pick for themselves. So very, common center pick there on the MF.
Yeah, not too much shenanigans going on with MF, just something simple and solid. A strong base to build off of.
Yep, and we do have the Ashe pick there. I will most likely be going there to Lundstorm in the bot lane. So this Lucian will now be only flexible here, top and mid. And this next pick potentially could be the decide on where it goes, but I wouldn't be surprised if Butler picked a jungler or support there, just so they could, hold on to those 2 picks. And as I said that, we do have the Jarvan coming in. So there is one pick that Marquette could make that would just ruin this game for Butler. Do you know what that pick is?
I'm not sure what you're referring to.
The Malphite. Big money
The
Malphite.
Malphite.
If Marquette wouldn't have picked it, Butler would have a very, very difficult time playing this game. But we will just see the Shen pick. So probably a very good chance we see that Lucian going top lane. So that's definitely, obviously, a favorable matchup for the Lucian. Shen can't really do much in a ranged matchup. But I definitely want to see the... Actually, no, we don't need the Malphite ban, because they already picked Shen. Probably going top. I don't know if Snickers MVP would want to play that, but him being one of the best members on his squad, definitely probably want to put him on a more aggressive, more playmaker support like the Pike. Or something else, like the Pantheon, which we will see be banned away. Silas will be taken away there from Fox, but if I had to guess, we probably won't see him playing that. With their final ban, Marquette gonna take away a support. Probably support would be a good pick to take away from them, as Won't Be Banned is their highest rated player. I believe at Diamond 2 right now. Was at Diamond 1 at one point, but actually no ban coming through. I'm not sure if they were a little bit late on that, or maybe they didn't know what to ban, but that is a no ban as the Rakan now is taken away. So, like Mike, we'll be forced down to some less flashy supports.
Yeah, interesting that Marquette doesn't get the ban. I'm pretty curious if it was just too late or if it's the disrespect no ban. But
yeah, I don't know if they are in the position to be able to throw the disrespect ban over after getting a fat L handed to them that past game. But we will see the Alistar there for Snickers MVP. So that will be a misfortune. Alistar bot lane, holding on to their mid lane pick to see where that Lucian will be going. So Butler will have to force himself to pick. So Maokai also could be flex support. Won't Be Banned plays that, as well as Fox in the top lane. So the name of the game here is flex picks. Maybe they just want to wait for the composition of Marquette to choose where these picks go. And also, the Cass is another flex pick there, top and mid. Fox and Mac played that. So right now we're seeing flex pick after flex pick. That is the Azir hover there. Obviously, that will be going in one spot. Galio, also a nice support utility. Mid laner, very also strong. Zoe, a nice fun champion. And that will be the Zoe. So, if I had to pick, we'll most likely be seeing that Lucian going top, Cassiopeia in the mid lane, Maokai support. That's my guess. Butler maybe might want Cass top, Lucian mid.
Yeah.
It looks like they might want that, since if I remember what Cassiopeia does, I think she shreds armor, potentially. Might be wrong on that.
No, she doesn't shred armor, but...
Alright, well, I just think that the acid that comes out of a champion, you know, just logically would disintegrate armor, so maybe that's just what's in my mind. But maybe also Butler could be waiting for the last minute switch. But there is a probably very, very high chance that we see the Cassiopeia going in the top lane. So, with these picks, Jacob, how do you like the draft?
I'm not sure, to be honest. They have the Jarvan, but they don't have any sort of like big AoE ultimates to go with it. As the Ashe and Lucian and Maokai even are all technically like single target. Sort of with the Maokai, I mean it can hit 5 people, but you know, just one person gets by the Vine at each time. So they don't really have too much of a combo to go with the Jarvan. But I mean, perhaps they just want to try to lock down either the MF or Lilia, I suppose. As Shen and Zoe can probably get out somehow, as Zoe can steal summoners and Shen can obviously dash, so... But also, I think the Jarvan was probably just a comfort pick for MGL, as we've seen him on that Jarvan many times before.
Yeah, definitely. So, if you had to predict the winner of this game, who do you think will take it away? Will we be seeing a game 3, or will it end here?
I think... I'm not sure, because the bot lane could go either way, I think. Although, I think Maokai is supposed to be favored against Alistar, because if Alistar ever goes in, then Maokai can just root him, and then he's stuck. Lucian should probably win mid, but you never know with Zoe, because she's 12 years old and can one-shot basically anyone, so, you know.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to throw out my pick, I definitely think we're going to see this Lucian take over the game, since I've definitely seen it firsthand playing with him, so... My bet is with Butler. I think we're going to end it here, but stick around to find out, as we will be waiting for the spectator delay to wear down, and then we will get into the Rift for the second game of the series. Don't go anywhere. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the first match of the Big East Fall Invitational, as we are finally loading on to the Rift with Game 2 of Butler versus Marquette. Butler is starting on the blue side, and they are pinging right now for an invade topside. All 5 members will be running up here to potentially get an early gank here on the Shen.
Yeah, nice to see some creativity coming out. Just hiding in vision.
Yep, right now the Shen is just tying into the bush, as we will see the engage come here from Butler, as Shen will not be able to flash the wall, and that will be first blood there to massacre him alive, so great early game invade.
Yeah, excellent play from Fox to take the W on Cassio, so of course Shen cannot flash away. Gets a pretty easy secure on that kill.
Yep, when you're grounded you can't move, so maybe that's why the Cassiopeia decided to go in this top lane, since Shen will not be able to dash away if he is grounded onto Cassiopeia's W, so... Very obviously great start here from the side of Butler. Already got that nice little boost to their team, as Massacre Alive does pick up the Hunter's Talisman, so already starting a little bit ahead of this Lilia.
Yeah, MGL gonna have a really healthy clear with both of the pieces of his jungle item completed, as they'll heal a lot from these camps.
We do have a red side start here from the Lilia, as Massacre Alive will be starting on his... Or, did I say red? I meant blue side start for the red side, except my colors, and then a blue start for the blue side. Massacre Line will be down bot side. There is a ward there, though, so the side of Marquette will know that he is running to his top jungle, as the Lily will be moving up her jungle for some normal clearing. But right now, obviously, Butler already has the advantage with their early game kill, as we'll be looking to see if Butler's flexing in multiple different lanes will pay off.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Butler, they couldn't get the kill onto any of their laners, as a kill onto the Lucian would definitely be very nice for him. But, you know, a first blood nonetheless is very valuable.
That Lucian already is going to have priority in lane, but getting a kill for himself will just make that lane so much stronger for him, as Slickmink does get some great trading there onto Fox, who takes a lot of damage there. Tries to get something back, but can't do as much, so has to be a little bit safer in lane, as Massacre Live is trying to get some something there. Pops the Vision Plant topside, does see the Lilia onto the Krugs, so you see the early back there from Fox. Gets a little bit of a cheater back. Lundstrom there does get engaged upon by the Alistar, but we'll be able to get out safely with the help of the Maokai.
Yeah. Some simple trades coming on the bot lane.
You see some pings coming out in the bot side, as Won't Be Banned will be roaming up to help secure this Skelly Crab there for MGL. Sleep does land onto Mac, so can't get much more trades there onto Centric. We do have double Ignite mid, so Mac will definitely be wanting to get some solo kills there for himself.
Yeah.
Bot side though,
great job.
we do have Like Mike with the cleanse though. Doesn't want to get rooted up by the ult from either the Maokai or the Ashe. As right now there is a little bit of a CS advantage there. Top side for Slickmink. We do see the flash engage there from Slicker's MVP, as he will be able to take down Lundstorm. Slicker's MVP does get that kill. Physics is here there, tries to take down Won't Be Banned, but does get a flash out. Slickmink though will have to dash away there from Fox, as he does try to get his own soul kill there, but that is a great engage there from the bot side of Marquette.
Yeah, great play from Snickers MVP with the flash WQ combo. And there's not much for Lundstorm to do.
Yep, that Ignite taking down him will be the death of him, as tried to blow all of his summoners, keep himself alive, but unfortunately he could not. So, like Mike and Snickers MVP this time, will have a very strong advantage, gets the first plate there, as they were looking to get a reset off, as the Butler bot lane returns to lane.
Yeah.
Slickmink taking a lot of damage there from Fox, as he has a little bit low on mana, can't really get too much more trading there, as Slickmink will just be setting on a tower, waiting for that wave to push. Mac already almost with a double CS advantage over on Centric. Has got about a 15 CS advantage there, only going to be pushing that lead as this game goes on. Has actually got the level 6 prio, so could be looking for maybe a an all-in soon enough if the Zoe steps up too far.
Yeah, Mac again with a bit of a lane kingdom going on.
Yep, Like Mike will try to be getting some damage there onto Lundstorm though. The slows from the Ashe though will push Like Mike away, as they did get the level advantage. Fox though is pushed back, almost gets taken down if the dash was landed there by Shen, as he does have level 6 with the support there from Bizix, but Fox will be okay. Does have the flash if needed, but another engage there from Slicker's MVP, as Like Mike will try to get some damage here. Lundstorm 1 HP is get taken down. Won't Be Banned most likely will fall next. No flash to save himself. One more auto from Like Mike. Flash there, gets it. Fox topside though. This tries to get a kill on himself. Ult there from Fox, but he will fall with the kill from Slickmink. So Marquette off to a great start here though, but Mac is roaming to the bot side. Like Mike 1 HP does get knocked away by Slickers. Does get taken down though by the flag of Massacre Alive. So Butler does try to get something back for themselves.
Yeah, the flash E coming out of MGL does secure that kill onto MF. Unfortunately though, the bounty was on Alistar, because he does have 2 of the kills. Couldn't quite get that one, but killing the laner is always good, denying CS, as that wave crashes into the bottom tower.
Yeah, and what a difference of games we've seen. Last game, I think for the first 15 minutes, we didn't see a kill, just about, and now 7 minutes in the game, there's already been 6. So this is a very, very different game. Marquette already trying to build some advantages for themselves, as we do see Mac there steal the blue buff away. Snickers MVP couldn't do much about that. But yeah, he does unfortunately get the brunt of those kills in the bot lane. Like Mike isn't able to grab those. Great dodge there from Mac. Yep. Could decide to engage upon Tecentric, but you see ult there coming out from Slick Mick. Massacre Life is very, very low. Dragon will be secured though by him, as will be banned. Most likely will just be trying to keep his other laner alive, as he's just going to run for the hills into the jungle. We do see the Lilia finishing off that kill, as Shen will be TPing back topside.
Yeah, Butler securing the dragon off the back of MGL with the auto smite, but losing 2 is probably not worth it.
Yeah, Butler now having some more aggressive champions comparatively than their last game, and they're already looking a little more, or I guess a little less organized, as they are taking the about a 1k gold disadvantage here in the first 8 minutes of the game. Shen already using his ultimate to great work, gets himself the nice kill and assist there on the bot side. Is a little bit behind in CS though, since Fox was allowed to just free farm while he wasn't there, but he will definitely make up for that in the kills and assists he got. But Lunstorm and Won't Be Banned will just be trying to build some kind of advantage for themselves through just some solid farming, since they are already on the back foot here. As we have a lane swap coming in, Slick Mick will be laning against Mac now to get some decent trade damage onto him, as Fox will now be in the mid lane against Centric.
Oh, pretty interesting. I didn't realize that Slick Mick decided to go for the Aftershock on Shen, as normally you see Grasp, but I suppose against a Cassiopeia or a Lucian, he's not really expecting to get too many Grasp procs. So
yep, Physics is here though. We will see the flash out there from Butler Mac, as he will not have that Q land there. We see the ult coming out there from Butler Mac. Massacre Life will be taking down Physics. So I think it's very, very low. Massacre Life could think about the dive here, as there are the minions there. Just got great damage from the flag. Mac though will just be content with taking some damage onto the tower, getting himself a tower plate. So that was a nice little capitalization there from Butler.
Yeah, nice use of the ultimates from Mac and MGL.
Bot side though, Snickers MVP does throw some pings out, trying to get a 2v1 there onto Lunstorm, but he does back off. Tries to wait for his support to return the lane to make sure it doesn't befall Marquette once more.
Yeah, but in this bot lane, it looks like it's just a little bit of a support difference, as Snickers MVP on this Alistar is putting in some work, you could say.
Yeah, put on a little bit more of a playmaking support. You can definitely see the prowess that he has, and why he is a very strong member for this Marquette squad, since Tarek does not have much of a playmaking capabilities that the Alistar does with all the combos there. So right now we do see another swap coming in, as we saw Centric there roam up topside to land against Mac, but right away Butler gets the reset off and swaps again, so Mac is once again against Slick Mick. Fox will be going against Centric.
I just realized, did the Maokai and Alistar have matching skins? I don't actually know which one that is, but the yellow pajamas
are very similar, so... And also the side of the Shen does have the yellow jacket skin, so Marquette probably going for the Marquette yellow. As we do see Physics here engaging onto Mac, there's the ultimate coming out there from Massacre Live, as the Ignite will take down Physics. So Marquette thought they had a good engage though, but we do have Snickers MVP roaming up here, tries to maybe get the flash engage onto Mac. We do see the flag and drag there from Massacre Live to keep Snickers MVP away. Massacre Live is very, very low in HP. The ultimate from the Ashe does come out and land onto the Zoe, but Mac and Massacre Live are out, so that is a great kill for them.
Yeah, it was a... Oh.
Ooh, hiding in the bush there, Slick Mick, no idea. Fox and Mac combined to get that kill onto him. So Butler with a little bit of a unfortunate early game, made some early mistakes, but they are fighting back very effectively.
Yeah, Mac doing a good job of capitalizing the early power of this Lucian.
Yep, and once again we have a bit of a lane kingdom there, up by over 20 CS. 2 kills, 2 assists, already has the Mana Mune completed, sitting on the BF sword and a bunch of long swords, so he is going to be very, very powerful going into the later stages of the early game. So Centric and Slicknick will have difficulty landing against him, as Fox does return back to the top lane. So back to regular lane assignments for both sides.
Yeah, Mac looking like he's going for the classic Man Immune Essence Reaver, and then probably into IE. Means he's going to be hitting very, very hard.
Yep, Marquette decided to go for the Mountain Dragon. Butler is here to potentially respond, but this will most likely be going over to the side of Marquette, as Lilia will secure the Mountain Dragon. So, unfortunately for Butler and for potentially Marquette, we will have a Cloud Soul, so not the best soul here, but the Rift Tail will be thrown down in the mid lane. Plates gathered there for Masquerade Live and Mac, so continually pushing the lead that Mac has gained for himself, which is obviously the smart play to do now, as Masquerade Live will be putting out the vision. Lunstorm just here on his own, trying to CS with no mana, as Won't Be Banned returns to support his ADC.
Yeah. Butler bot lane just trying to hold on after they fell a bit behind in the early game, but they've done a nice job to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, and right now Butler has regained the gold advantage. They're up by a 1k gold, even though they are down by a kill. They have been CSing very well here in the top and mid lane, so got themselves a little bit of an advantage. Especially helping with that they got a bunch of tower plates there in the mid lane. Centric, though, is in a much better spot than he was in the previous game. Has not died yet, only has about 25 CS disadvantage, and has the Dark Steel stacking going. So this Zoe could be very powerful, but we do see the flash engage there. Miss from Slickmick. Fox does flash back out, but the Lilia ult will be coming in. Does land the W there, as Fox will be ulting onto Lilia. But Masquerade Live here does flash in. Ultimate does come out. Will be taken down very, very shortly. Masquerade Live, though, will try to get the kill back onto Slickmick. The Ash Arrow just misses there into Slickmick, but Masquerade Live will most likely be able to take down Slickmick. Barely gets out. Do we see the, no, probably too low of mana there from Masquerade Live. So, a great, counter roam there for him, but Fox will fall there.
Yeah, I don't know if Fox was intentionally going for the bait, but if he was, it was a nice idea, as MGL was there to cover him.
Yeah,
unfortunately, he doesn't quite get the double, but
yeah. Well, he is sticking around, as now the Lucian is here, does throw the ultimate, immediately kills him. So, yeah, Slickmick overstayed his welcome there, as this first turret, actually, this is the second turret going down. Bot turret was taken before this, so second turret there going down for Butler, as they also did get the mid lane turret, most likely just before this. But if we did see that flash engage work there for the Shen, lands the flash shot, we most likely wouldn't be seeing Visix falling there. So a little bit of a misplay there from Slickmick, but still gets the kill nonetheless. So as we head into the 15-minute mark, as we surpass it, Butler with a about 3k gold lead, even kills. Do have 2 turrets to their name, so they are still ahead, still trying to push their lead, but Marquette is definitely looking much better in this game than they were in Game 1.
Yeah, Marquette looking good, but if I'm being honest, I think Butler is definitely in the driver's seat here with a pretty fed Lucian and Jarvan, as well as a Cassio, doing a nice job just scaling up so far. Already has the Archangels and looking like she's going for the Leandre second, so
Yeah, the Lucian is most likely going to be scary for the entirety of the game. 3-0-2, probably has enough gold to finish his second item there, as we do see a great sleep there landed by Centric, but really no potential for a follow-up, as we could see a team fight coming up. We do see the flash engage there from Slickmick. Ignite coming down, ultimate from Miss Devotion coming out, won't be banned, does not throw his ultimate back out of mana. Engage there from Massacre Life. Lunstorm is here, Visix is taken down by Massacre Life, Stickers MVP tries to get something done, but can't, as the MF will be taking down Massacre Life. Butler now is running for the hills, as Stickers MVP is a little bit low on HP. Mac is there, though, winning in the wings, dashes over the wall, does get the ultimate there onto Like Mike, very, very low. He could be taken down, return, and he does. Can't get anything done. The Ignite will not be taking down Like Mike. Actually, it will. Just barely. Won't be banned. Gets that little final damage onto him. So a little bit of a Poor fight there from Butler.
Yeah, they Fox and MGL got a little bit caught out while our team was not quite there.
Ooh, great sleep there from the Zoe. Will be some huge damage there. Half HP already gone. Slicknick will be actually not taking down this kill. Slickers MVP will be taking it for himself as Fox just thought he could take down a 3v1, but unfortunately he cannot.
Yeah, getting caught out by the bubble there really means he's got no chance of getting out, but it was a decent attempt from him. He probably could have gotten something if he hadn't gotten hit by that sleepy trouble bubble.
Yeah, this is really, really good for Marquette. They only lose one member to the 3 that they took down, and they got the shutdowns onto Mac and onto Massacre Alive, so they've almost evened up the goal lead here as Butler's now trying to push Marquette back to try to most likely take down this this Cloud Dragon. But yeah, Butler making a little bit of a mistake there. Mac thinking he's maybe a little more powerful than he was, not playing the Vladimir this time with the safety of the pool, so goes in, immediately dies, but won't be banned. Luckily does get the kill onto Like Mike, so all is not lost, but Butler definitely needs to make sure that they play a little bit smarter as they will be taking down the second Dragon of the game.
Yeah, Mac getting a little bit overeager in that fight. He probably could have gotten at least Like Mike had he managed to flash the Alistar combo, but getting hit by that does mean he's not able to get any kills, unfortunately for him.
Yep, maybe if he just dashed a little bit more towards his team instead of into the enemy team, could have maybe got a bunch of damage and continued to follow up with the support from his team, but a little bit of a blunder there. Totally not the end of the world there, as Butler will now be moving over to this Rift Herald. Marquette is kind of just looking around, second MVP. Just kind of like standing here in the mid lane, as we do see the engage there onto Lundstorm. Ultimate does come out from MF. We do see the ignite there from Lundstorm, as now all members of Butler are here to respond. Second MVP, very, very low on HP. Does pop the item though, as we do see the ult now coming from Slick Mick. Teamfight still going on. Massacre Alive is taken down by the Q from Like Mike, as now Butler is forced to run. Mac is here though, tries to get some damage back. Slick Mick though stays very, very healthy, as Fox is now roamed down. We do see the W coming out. Damage onto Slick Mick is very minimal, as that is a great 1-0 for the side of Marquette.
Yeah, Marquette looking like they were going to get caught out there, but great stand united from Slick Mick means nobody dies.
Yeah, and this Zoe is landing all of these CB trouble bottom. She is actually doing very well for herself. Is right now 0-5, 5 stacks on the Dark Seal. Is unfortunately behind by about 50 CS, but is still very, very present into this game. So a much better turnaround here from game 1 going into game 2.
Yeah, despite being about an item behind, Zoe is still pretty strong, even just with one item. So Centric doing a decent job landing his skill shots.
Yep. If we take a look at the items across the board, we do have the completed Seraphs there for Fox in the top lane, working his way to the Leandres with that Haunting, guys. We do have the Cleaver there for Massacre Alive with the completed Skirmisher's Blade. Got the Essence Reaver and the Manamune. Working on getting that stacked. Lucian also very close to finishing that that IE. Bot side though, Like Mike is the one now with the gold advantage. Has got 2 items for himself, also sitting on the stopwatch. While Lundstorm only has the IE, or I'm sorry, has the Blade of the Rune King to his name. Building towards the
Runans?
Runans, that's the item. While Won't Be Banned has just got the Knight's Vow. Sitting on that broken stopwatch, so Butler, gold lead is basically even. They're up by 100 gold, as trying to get some vision to this top jungle. Clear out the vision of Marquette. We do have the bounties there onto Slicker's MVP and Like Mike. Slicker's MVP has been very, very powerful this game. 4-0-6. Doing the work, getting all the engages, so like we said, playmaker for this Marquette team wasn't able to be on the playmaking support, but now we see him on one and we see his power.
Yeah, he's definitely shown up this game. Possibly stealing a few too many kills than you would like to see, but doing a phenomenal job getting engages nonetheless.
We see a little bit of a vision dance here as Butler and Marquette just trade back their vision. As Fox and Slick Mick just farming out there in the bot lane. Matt trying to push down this in the top lane. Luckily, the that ball layer lands onto a minion, so Mac will be safe. We do have the Rift Herald summoned up mid, so Flash Engage again onto Lone Storm. Do see the ultimate there coming out from Slick Mick. Tries to get onto Lone Storm, but he will flash away. Won't be banned though. Will most likely be falling. We do see the ult there land onto the MF. We do have the cleanse coming out, though. Slick Mick will be taken down. Won't be banned. Lone Storm though will most likely be following as the Shen will be able to take him down. Just needs to engage on that. There we go. Double kill there for the Shen. Their ult misses there from the Cassiopeia. Slick Mick though very below. Does flash the wall. Will get himself out. Snickers MVP though is not done. Tries to get there. Sleep there from Massacre Alive. Does get the flag and drag, but he will fall to the Q of Like Mike though. Mac does take a big Q there. Will have to flash away from Centric though. Butler Fox will get the kill onto Physics. Centric with a huge kill, but Fox will follow up with a double of his own. Very low health wise there for Marquette. They will run away though, and that is a 3 for 2 for Marquette.
Yeah, unfortunately, Mac unable to really get onto any of the targets that he wanted to. Stuck hitting the Alistar for most of that fight, doing basically 0 damage. But fortunately for Butler, Fox was able to pick up 2 kills in the end, so not horrible for them, but definitely not what they were looking for.
Yeah, he is forced to burn his TP though, trying to protect the mid lane turret, as there were 3 members of Marquette there, but yeah, these fights are starting to get scrappier and scrappier now, as Butler is just getting called out by the great engages there from Snickers MVP and the follow from his team. You know, Butler is making some decent plays in return, but they're just kind of falling behind now through their unfortunate positional errors.
Yeah. Kind of interesting. I'm pretty sure the Maokai was picked after the Alistar, so he's not quite able to get probably what he was hoping for from that draft phase, but Snickers MVP really showing why they picked this Alistar for him.
Yeah, I believe the Alistar was picked 4th in the draft, and Maokai was picked shortly after there as a flex pick, since we were just waiting to see potentially what Marquette would pick, but won't be banned. Trying to do his best here, as all 5 members of Butler will be heading over to the Dragon Pit to get this this Cloud Dragon to get them onto Soul Point. Shen though is in the top lane, does have TP, will be TPing himself in, as we do see another engage from Snickers MVP. Won't be banned though, will throw out the ultimate there, as he will be taken down there by Slick Mick. Snickers MVP though is very, very tanky, will not be taken down. While Marquette now is going on to the Dragon. Massacre Live though is waiting in the wings, maybe trying to go for a steal, does go in, does get the steal on the Cloud Dragon. Soul Point now for Butler, as Butler's now trying to get something back. 3 members of Marquette are trapped into the pit, but Butler can just walk it out, be very, very happy that they did get that steal, but low health bars a little bit there for Marquette, as Fox and co are just trying to stick around, maybe get some cheeky kills back, but that was a great smite steal there from Massacre Alive.
Yeah, the classic MGL steal coming out again. Really doing a great job for his team, trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, one of the unsung heroes here for Butler's squad. One of the most consistent members of the team. Always is very, very prevalent in every single game. But another engage here as Fox is taken very, very low. Like Mac will take him down, as you see the ult there from Slick Mick. Mac, though, could be the next one to fall as he tries to get away. But W there from Lone Storm will dissuade them from engaging. But Marquette is now positioning around the Baron, looking like they want to start the dance.
Yeah, Snickers MVP again, pulling out a great pick for their team.
Yep, Snickers MVP showing us why he is the MVP for the team, though. Butler is here, trying to get some poke back. Baron is at half HP. We do have Fox responding in 15 seconds, does not have TP, but we do see the ultimate there coming in from Lone Storm, as we do see the ult there from Massacre Alive. Almost takes down Slick Mick, though. Snickers MVP, though, is in the front, won't be banned, very, very low on XP. Lone Storm will be taken down by Like Mike. Butler now is forced to run away. Mac does have some good HP, but won't be banned, is very, very low. We do see the flag and drag there from Massacre Alive to get him out, but Marquette with a great kill, and they just go right back to Baron.
Yeah, just watching Snickers MVP in that fight, just with the ultimate and the Gargoyle Stone Plate, seeming like Butler was healing him basically, as he just was not taking any damage.
Yeah, and Centric lands a great trouble bubble there onto Mac, almost takes him down with the long range Q, so this will be Baron over to the side of Marquette. As we do see the squad just resets, and we do see the flash there forced out from Physics, as Fox is just waiting to get a cheeky pick. But yeah, what we've been seeing is kind of just Butler kind of looking a bit in disarray of what they want to do. They seems like they want to go in for some engages, but maybe they don't know the power here of Marquette, as right now we have a 700 gold bounty there on the MF. Alistar, 500 gold bounty, still hasn't died this game. So very tanky with his items. And the Shen doing very well at 5-3-1.
Yeah, I think what Butler needs to do here is they need to put Cassio and Lucian in these side lanes and try to draw some members of Marquette away from the team fight, because when all of Marquette is together, it's just a bloodbath, really.
Yeah, we
it
have
doesn't seem like they can ever lose.
Yep. 7 Dark Steel sacks right now for the Zoe. Building into the Morellos. Most likely with that that blasting wand. But Marquette is just continuously pushing the pace of this game, and Butler seems like they kind of want to match it, but they don't really have the power yet, as Lunstorm and Multiban has had a bit of a tough lane there in the bot lane. Mac obviously is the strongest member here on the team. Fox most likely following closely behind with his completed Leandri's Torment. But Butler is unfortunately just not as powerful as some of these carries here on the side of Marquette, and with the tankiness of Snickers MVP and of Slickmick, there's not really much Butler can do. We do see the hose land there onto Fox. The flash ultimate there from Fox, maybe thinking that he was just dead. Not really sure what that was, but he will just immediately fall.
Yeah, it was, I think he was going for the ult flash on the Cassio, but unfortunately the damage from the Zoe was just too much and he basically just died right away, so not able to accomplish what he was hoping there.
Yeah, and Butler is having a bit of a rough game too now, as they are down 10 kills and about 6k, as Slickmick will now be taking down this the bot tier 2. Mid tier 2 shortly soon to fall, as Citric does pick up that top lane tier 2. So right now, the macro of Marquette is kind of unmatched here, as they are getting down every tower. Engage there from Slickmick again, or actually, Slickers MVP, as Slickmick will take down, won't be banned. Slickmick will get the kill onto Lunstorm. Massacre him live, tries to get the ult to get all into the back line. Mac almost gets the kill into Snickers MVP, is very low on HP. Tries to take down Like Mike, but he is just too powerful. Double kill there for the MF, as all 5 members of Butler will be falling. And this will most likely be the end there from Marquette. TP there coming in as a bit of a BM play from Slickmick, but yeah, Butler just kind of falling flat here in game 2.
Yeah, really just not figuring out what to do against this Alistar Shen combo, as Alistar just engages and then the Shen ult on top of them means they have quite a long range of engage. And yeah, Marquette just playing out their team fights as well as they ever could, probably.
Yeah, and that is the win for Marquette. There's nothing that Butler could have done that game. They just unfortunately tried to match the pace of Marquette, and as a result, they just keep falling behind and behind and behind, and behind on the back of some great engages from Slickmick. Or not Slickmick, I apologize, from Slickers MVP. 5-0-8 this game. Deathless on his team. Carries his team forward with his amazing engages.
Yeah. Great game from him.
Yeah, gets the Gargoyle Stone Plate and the Righteous Glory, just basically made for an unkillable Alistar. Already very tanky as it is with his abilities, but him coupled with the lead that he was able to get his duo in, Like Mike, they were just unbeatable. Butler tried to do so much, but they would just get flashed on by Snickers MVP, and there was nothing they could do. They would get, CC chain there by Marquette with the CC power of the Shen and the Lilia, and there was nothing Butler could do. Centric 3-1-11 this game. Slickmick 6-3-14. When we look at the side of Butler, Lunstorm 0-5-3. Mac 4-3-5. Tried to do his very best, but just couldn't, bring his team forward when he was so far ahead in the beginning of the game. So, Butler made some plays back. They made some, decent capitalizations on the mistake of Marquette, but they just couldn't seem to get some kind of cohesive gameplay for how they needed to continue to, get to the later stage of the game, and they got unfortunately closed out on by Marquette.
Yeah, some clean play from Marquette. And Butler not really figuring out how to respond until it was a little bit too late, so yeah.
Yeah, so game number 2 will go to Marquette as we head to our final decider in game 3, so stick around. You won't want to miss it. Welcome back, everyone, to the Big East Fall Invitational. We are on game 3 between Butler and Marquette, as Butler did take a pretty convincing game 1, and then a back-and-forth game 2 led to the eventual win of Marquette. I am Sir Aaron, joined by Jay Roundy, and we are here to bring you through the final game of the first week of the Big East.
Yeah, heading into game 3, we had a pretty exciting game 1 and game 2, a bit of a back and forth with these teams, so looking forward to what we're going to get in their final game 3.
Yeah, it should be super, super exciting. We saw, Butler come out very, very strong in game 1, and unfortunately did not have a really cohesive plan come into the second game and kind of fell to the powerful engages there of Snickers MVP on his Alistar. Butler did not have an answer to him going deathless in game 2, but for game 3, I definitely expect a similar game to game 1 from what we saw at Butler, since obviously you don't have to fix what already works. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw an Alistar ban trying to, give some respect to Slick Mick, or not Slick Mick, Snickers MVP, or maybe, force him on to a different kind of support with the comp that they choose to draft.
Yeah, definitely thinking we're going to see some more support bans here in the first round of bans from Butler, as Snickers MVP was really just rolling over that game with his engages.
Yeah. Right now we have more of the same bans, as we do see the hack room taken away there from Massacre Live. Samira again banned away. Don't want to see the new overpowered champion here on the side of Marquette. With Vladimir taken away again, Mac will not be able to get an easy carry game, as we do see the Caitlyn again banned there by Butler. Very much the same. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw Yumi here, since there's not much that Marquette needs to worry about.
Yep, guessed it.
But final ban coming in here from Butler. Same as it's been. We do see the Bard taken away. So, first pick, do we see the Illusion taken away from Butler? Do we see, a powerful ADC? Do we see a jungler? And we do see the jungler, the Lilia, taken away again. Lilia was very powerful last game. I don't know if the Lilia had, super high value comparatively to what we saw in Snickers MVP, but definitely a powerful champion with the some great CC. But in response, obviously, Lucian taken away again, and the safety of the Ezreal now going to Lunstorm in the bot lane.
Yeah, heading for a safer pick with the Ezreal, as the Ashe is pretty easy to engage on. She doesn't have much mobility at all. She does have some slows, but obviously some sort of engage like a Alistar W will get onto you for free.
Yeah, and we see the Shen now picked up there, going right back into the hands of Slick Mick. Obviously piloted that very, very well in the previous game. So I'll be surprised if we saw the Cassiopeia come out again. I don't think the Cassiopeia was the best pick there for the side of Butler. It just didn't really pan out the way that I think Butler wanted it to. Obviously, Fox did play well in it. Did get to a stage where he, was powerful, but didn't really get to a point where he could really, show off the prowess of the champion, since he just continually got engaged upon. So, what I would assume for this game is we see that Lucian going topside, and we see Mac getting something to go against Centric in the mid lane. But final pick of the first round of draft, most likely a support. Ooh, the Alistar gets taken away from Snickers MVP. I don't think we've ever saw Won't Be Banned play him yet.
Yeah, I mean, Alistar is usually a decently common pick for a lot of supports, I think. He's just a pretty classic engage, team fight
Mm-hmm.
champ, so
The Alistar Ezreal, the different kind of lane from Butler. I don't think we've seen this kind of adaptation for them, taking away a champion of that caliber from the side of Marquette, or just from the side of any other opponent. So here come the mid-game series adaptations. So heading into Game 3, obviously Butler, same exact bands that we've seen all series long. Marquette pulling out the same bands that we saw in the previous game. They would just be missing one to make it the perfect 5. Can't remember who it was, but maybe they want to take away. Actually, they didn't ban anyone because they lost a ban last game. I forgot. So they will actually just be banning away the Graves, who's just one of the very powerful junglers. I don't think Massacre Life plays him too much, but he will be banned away nonetheless.
yeah. Oh, Sejuani?
Ooh, the Sejuani pick here from the side of Butler. Massacre Life, obviously, very, very proficient on his tank junglers. Does love to play them, or actually is more often forced onto them by his team, so right now he will not be going back onto the Jarvan engage. Get the Sejuani slows, so the question will be, what does Marquette respond with? So the Swain is a great pick there for Mac in the mid lane. Does love playing Swain. Ooh, that'll be a Swain support, which means we could be seeing a Talon mid. I don't know how Mac fares against assassins in the mid lane, so unfortunately, maybe just having some fun hovering some champions, but most likely going to see the Zoe or the Syndra here. Oop, the Zed hover too. Zed or bed? Zed or bed? We get the Zed going in the mid lane with Centric. This is going to be a very, very interesting matchup.
Okay.
So the question will be, where's Lucian going? Is he going topside or is he going mid against the Zed?
Yeah, I gotta say, definitely pretty spooky to play something like Lucian into Zed. You do have the mobility of the E, but, if a Zed does get an early kill onto him, it might be game over pretty fast. And I wouldn't be surprised, we do see the Cassio just to round out the team comp with some more magic damage.
Yeah, I assume that's going to be staying in the mid lane since there's a good chance that Mac would prefer to play the Cassiopeia into the Zed, but who knows if they want to swap again, but right now this is how the team comp seems to be where it makes the most sense, but that is a statement pick if I've ever seen one from the side of Marquette. That Zed is either going to carry the game or he's going to lose the game for Marquette, and that's my prediction. This game for Marquette hinges on the proficiency and the play of Centric on the Zed.
I mean, I would say if he feeds, they're definitely going to lose because of him, but just because of the well-roundedness of the team comp with the Swain and the Shen to sort of frontline for the MF and the Lilia, I think they'd be fine if he wasn't too good, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but would you see a different kind of fun and exciting pick there from the side of Stickers MVP with the Swain bot? Definitely will be super, super exciting to see. Obviously, a smart pick for multiple reasons, since that is a takeaway there from Mac in the mid lane. Does love to play Swain, so now we get the predictions that matter most, Jacob. Who is winning Game 3? Who will be moving on to face either St. John's or Villanova in the next stage of the bracket?
I'm thinking that this Lucian is probably going to get a good lead on the Shen, just because whenever the Shen might go in for the dash with the taunt, the Lucian can dodge with his dash. So I'm thinking Lucian should be having a free lane against the Shen. And then just because of the rest of the champs on Butler scaling so well, and the way they played the first game, I think they'll just do a great job of not letting the Zed or MF or Swain getting going, and they'll just end up with the better scaling team comp at the end. So I would give the edge to Butler, but I think if this Zed gets going, it will change things up quite drastically. So we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, and I think the same thing applies as I said last game. If Butler falls behind like they did before, and kind of is forced into these scrappy fights, and doesn't really either build a lead for them or just, play slow, they're going to lose. That's kind of the consistency that we've seen from the team just over the years, that if they build a lead, they're really good at keeping it, but if they don't really secure themselves in either just, playing very safe, or if they, get a little bit falling behind, I don't think they are very good at finding a way back into games. So, Game 3 will be very, very shortly as we let the spectator delay count down. So, we'll be right back after a break to see who will take away the first game of the season between Butler and Marquette. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. We are finally loaded into the Rift for Game 3 between Butler and Marquette. Final game of the series. Final game to decide who will be moving on to face either St. John's or Villanova. And unlike Game 2, similar to Game 1, 5-point start for both of these teams. No early game shenanigans again, like we saw with the invade that we saw in Game 2.
Yeah, just a safe start for both these teams. No real crazy early game abilities, except for maybe an Alistar Q, but can't really get onto them without the W, so both these teams just going for the safe route.
Yep, and this will definitely be a very fun game to watch for multiple different reasons. We see won't be banned on a new unique champion we never seen on before in the Big East. We do have Cassiopeia versus Zed, the power match of the mid lane, Zed or Bed, as we do love to see. Mac does have the exhaust for the support. And then obviously a fun matchup to see who can pull forward best, who can adapt well, and obviously who can play with their momentum that they've got heading into the final game of the series. So definitely this early game, I think, will decide who's going to come out on top with who will make the first statement, or who will make the first mistake, for that matter.
Yeah, I think if Mac can pull out the same sort of laning prowess that he had in the first few games, then he should be looking pretty good.
Yep, won't be banned. Does get the engage there onto Sticker's MVP, or actually onto Like Mike, just pushes him back, but he'll just get caught there a little bit. Level 2 prio there for the side of Marquette, as won't be banned, pushes Marquette member back again as they work their way to get level 2, but yeah, otherwise a very normal start. Marquette most likely going to have a little bit of an advantage in the bot lane, since Ezra won't have the same power early as the MF will, but Ezra would have good poke, so definitely will be interesting to see how both of these teams decide to play the bot lane matchup.
Yeah, I'm thinking the bot lane for Marquette is definitely favored, as Alistar is usually known to be pretty weak in lane, and Swain and MF can be pretty oppressive, especially with a weak support like Alistar.
Yep, Massacre Alive is in the mid lane there with Centric. Could potentially be looking for a 2v2 of some sort, but is very, very low speed. The flash coming out. Massacre Alive forced to flash in response. We do see the ability there from Sticker's MVP, as Lilia will get the first blood of the game.
Yeah, not sure what MGL was really trying to do there. I don't think he ever really wins against a Lilia one-on-one like that, but yeah, decides to burn the flash, and he does get the flash out of the Lilia as well, but first blood going over to physics.
Yeah, that was a great roam there by Snicker's MVP, forcing MGL to back off, not able to go into the brush to safety. So very, very, we already see Snicker's MVP making plays very, very early into the game. So this is obviously a start that Marquette would want. And obviously, Massacre Alive is not going to be happy with that one, losing the double buffs. As now Lilia is in the bot side, looking to get the kill onto Won't Be Banned, who most likely will be falling. Like Mike will get that kill, so already Marquette is, taking the lead in this third game.
Yeah. Butler bot lane kind of just, pushing a bit too far up. Won't be banned. Maybe overestimating his tankiness so far.
Yeah. Second MVP does get the pull onto Lundstorm, but will be able to arcane shift away to safety regardless. So, unfortunately, this is the start that I was worried about for Butler. They you know, just need to play it slow. They don't need to do anything crazy. Since usually, if they don't really get a solid early game, then we see things like this happen, where 2 very early picks go to the side of Marquette, and you know they got a gold lead now for themselves, and puts Butler a little bit on the back foot. But obviously, 5 minutes into the game, not decided yet, but Butler definitely needs to make sure that they don't allow the mistakes to happen continuously.
Yeah. But again, we do see Mac already with about 10 CS lead in the mid lane again, so he's doing a pretty good job, although it comes down to 6, so maybe the waves crashing at different times.
Yeah, Max still always getting the advantage over Centric, but obviously what matters is how they both play the late game, since we saw Mac just hard carry his team around game 1, but Centric obviously was able to hold on game 2 and be a very, very prominent member of the team game 2, so level 6 now for both of these sides. Could see an engage soon enough from either member. And so we'll just see farming back and forth. We do have a 10 CS advantage in the top lane, as obviously Evolution is in the favorite matchup for the ranged matchup. Lilia, though, wanting to mostly find these engages. Massacre in Life is just hanging around, while Mac and MGL are maybe considering to go in, but we'll just let Lilia roam to the bot side, as the other bot lane will take their recall at a pretty opportune timing.
Yeah, avoiding the gank of the Lilia, but Vizix does decide to start up this dragon, so it might just be a free one for him, as MGL did decide to take it back there, so.
Marquette
will be forfeited over.
Yep, Marquette will claim their Cloud Dragon to themselves. We will have the Ocean Dragon second, so this will be a Mountain or Infernal Dragon, so this will be obviously a very good soul for either squad to get. Definitely a win con for either member. Great Q trade there for Like Mike, as Lundstorm is trying to stay relevant there. Try to stay just a little bit safe. Try to still CS with the help of multi-band with the Buckler support on him. But right now, after the little bit of an early 2 kills there from Marquette, we've slowed it down here, as Massacre Life looks like he is posturing around mid lane. You see the ping engage there for Marquette and bot side. They are pushed way under tower, so maybe just trying to get some good poke. Level 6 now for Like Mike. Sticker's MVP, most likely. 2 more minions, but you see the engage there from multi-ban, flash away from Sticker's MVP. Ezreal tries to get some damage, 1 HP there, but the heal will be coming out. The ultimate does catch Sticker's MVP! Great kill there from Lundstorm and from multi-ban, but Centric does get a great play as Massacre Life tries to follow up. Will be taking down Vizix before he can get slept, so trading back and forth. The Shen is rotating down, but decides to back off once his jungler is fallen, so good work there from Butler, but Mac may be a little bit caught out there on the mid side.
Yeah, so much fighting all of a sudden as Butler gets a 2-for-1 across the map. We might see another kill here in top lane.
Ooh, you see the miss of the ult there from Massacre Live. Probably would have been a kill there on the Slick Mick, as he just used his W, would have taken a lot of damage. Massacre Live now trying to push the wave in with Fox, maybe looking for the dive, but with the Zed and the Lily back up, we'll just decide to back off. But Fox is doing very, very well right now. Has about a 20 CS advantage there for himself. Probably going to get the Mana Munia completed there for himself. So already doing pretty strong. Forces the Shen to build the armor. Can't get to the Tiamat. Really to get the additional wave clear, but right now, Massacre Live looking like he is getting himself back into the game. Is almost even in camps with the Lilia. Obviously, getting that kill back on the Lilia definitely helps, but Max still with a 10 CS advantage even after dying. As it looks like all four members of Marquette are on this bottom jungle. Zed winning in the wings there, maybe to engage onto Mac, who just slithers back to lane, does get some great trading on there, does usually the ult coming out, the ability coming in as Physics is there, flash away there from Mac as he will get very, very low. Ooh, the ultimate there from Fox as Slickmick is very, very low. Maybe considering going for the dive, does get the damage there, very, very low, should just consider diving, but Sucker's MVP now, trying to get the pull onto Won't Be Banned, the ultimate does come out, Won't Be Banned, trying to get away, does pop the ultimate of his own, does knock away Physics, but will most likely die after the sleep. Won't Be Banned, does fall to Physics. We do have Massacre Life here. Lunstorm very, very low HP, does just dodge the Zed ability, so gets away, but oh my gosh! The Lilia ball catches him! What a great kill there from Physics!
Yeah, a great bowling shot, you know? The Lilia bowling ball coming in clutch.
Wow, that was really, really nice there from Physics.
From downtown.
Yeah, from downtown. And Slickmick gets some great trades there onto Fox, so tries to go back in. Fox is probably much lower than he'd want to be, but does get some great trading damage back. Zed now roaming up. Fox is going to want to be a little bit careful. Does go to get the vision, but oh, he goes to back in the bush. He's going to be going down here. Does flash away immediately and the dash. So we'll keep himself safe. But that was a maybe a little bit of a poor communication there from Mac to his top lane. Know that his opponent was roaming up.
Yeah, a little bit of a greedy back in the bush. Not quite seeing the Zed coming. Another bowling ball, just missing Mac.
Yep, Mac though will get the tower plate for himself, so maybe a little bit of advantage built there. But yeah, right now we're seeing exactly what I said I was afraid about, and it keeps happening. That Butler doesn't stay even or ahead. They kind of just start to lose things here and there, unfortunately, with the the prowess of the Lilia. Unfortunately, maybe the pick of the series here, as whoever has had the Lilia so far has been winning these games, but yeah, Lunstorm just wasn't able to maybe thought the Lilia damage wasn't as much as it was, so he is going to want to try to be in playing maybe just a little bit more safe, as Won't Be Banned tries to do as much as he can, though, as Butler will now be starting up this Ocean Dragon.
Yep.
Marquette is here to roam, though, as it will be a 3v4. You do see the ult there comes Circus MVP, ultimate there from the MF, as Won't Be Banned tries to get some knock back. Mac is there, but Circus MVP will be taking down Massacre Life. Won't Be Banned almost takes down Centric. Mac cannot take down Circus MVP in time. We do see the stopwatch coming out, as Marquette will be taking down the Ocean Soul, or the Ocean Dragon, I apologize. Thank you for the leash there, but that is a 2-for-0 there from Marquette, and Butler just keeps falling behind and behind.
Yeah, Butler not quite paying attention to the roam from both the mid lane and the bot lane, and they forfeit, I think, 2 kills and the dragon, so.
The ultimate there coming out from Fox. Most of it is tanked up by the Shen W, but is up by about 40 CS now, so he is playing the lane very, very well. Shen obviously is playing very, very safe, as now the Lilia is coming up to roam, so if Fox is not careful, he will most likely be going down. And I wouldn't be surprised if it is. Lilia does not land the sleep, but does get the second ability. He will be falling asleep. The dash coming from Slickmick very, very shortly. And Physics is right now very, very making the plays around his team. 4-1 and 2 right now, 300 gold bounty. Fox did not have any vision there. Thought he was safe, and yeah, right now Butler is still in this game, down by a little bit of gold, but now we do see the flash engage there from Won't Be Banned, unfortunately. Flash away from Mike, so a little bit worth there, but unfortunately Butler is just falling behind and behind.
Yeah, they really just gotta slow it down to start farming. They don't really need to do anything. Unfortunately, they've lost 2 dragons, so they can really only afford to lose 1 more before it really becomes a problem. But they just need to slow down, farm up. They have a Sejuani, Cassio, Ezreal, and Alistar, so their team fight is pretty secure. But if they do keep giving up some kills, then it's not going to be too pretty.
Yeah, and they've already built themselves a nice advantage. You know, Fox in the top lane has a 46 advantage. Mac with about a 26 advantage. All they have to do is just farm it out, and they'll just, you know, build a natural advantage, and they can transition over to team fights. So they just continuously allow this Lilia to roam around the map and just get, you know, these free picks onto the members of Butler. Then there's not much they can do, but a little bit of a failed engage there from the side of Snickers MVP. Mac misses the ultimate, but he will be falling down to the Ignite and ultimate of Centric. So mistake from both sides still costs the life of Mac. So great roam there from Snickers MVP.
Yeah, Snickers MVP going for the E flash, but I guess it just doesn't quite work, or maybe the animation just looked weird on the spectator. But nevertheless, Mac does go down to the Z ult and Ignite, so not much you could really do there.
Physics popping the Rip Throat here will take down a nice chunk of the tower's HP, but still standing there as, yeah, Mac has kind of slowed down this game. He's obviously doing very well for himself, is very, you know, mechanically proficient, but sometimes isn't really aware of the potential that he can to, you know, get dived upon. They're not being able to do much, as now we see Physics back again in the top lane, does land the ball onto Fox, but Mexican Lives here does land the stun onto the Lilia. Physics now has to flash away, as Slick Mick now is running for his life as well. Does get back, as now Centric is here just get some great abilities there onto Fox, as he will fall, forces the flash out of Massacre Alive.
It was looking like Fox and MGL were going to be able to turn that, but Centric shows up on the Z, now 4-0, and just cleans up.
Engage down here from the side of the 2 bot lane. Won't be banned, tries to go into Snickers MVP. Ultimate will miss there from Like Mike, very, very low. Lunstorm almost gets a kill, 1 HP left. Like Mike will take him down. Won't be banned, falls too. Double kill goes to the MF, and from bad to worse for Butler.
Yeah. It was looking like a good engage for Butler, but Snickers MVP body blocking Ezreal Qs. Oh!
Foxo does TP behind. The Shen ultimate will be come in to save Snickers MVP, but Fox does get 1 kill, so TP worthwhile. Also holds the wave there so they can't get the tower. Dash, or the taunt does not land for Slick Mixo. Nice TP there, but yeah, Lunstorm won't be banned, just were able to land enough abilities onto the Misfortune. Fortunately, you can't really get the Qs there from Ezreal onto the MF when you're setting in a minion wave and between a Swain, so yeah, right now Butler just is still in this game gold-wise, only down by 2k gold. Good flash from Mac to you know, dodge the engage there from Slickmick, but
oh, I think I would have liked to seen Lilia are there. I think they probably could have killed Mac, but decide not to go for it. They are ahead. They don't really need to do too much, but
yeah, but you have 5 minutes there for the Mountain Soul. Obviously, if the side of Marquette were to get this, I don't see where them Butler will be able to shred through the tankiness there of the Swain and of Slickmick. But now, as you see, engage there from Massacre Live. Only ban is there as well. TB coming in. Snickers MVP does go into the stasis just in time. Massacre Live stasis of his own, won't be banned. Just staying in the wings. Massacre Live falls. That is a 2-0 there from Marquette now, as you do see ultimate coming in there for Lunstorm. Very, very low. But Butler Mac does get the kill to Slickmick. Fox there just gets some low HP bars. Lunstorm tried to poke him out, but 2-for-1 now. As Slickmick falls, and this could be a dragging there going to Butler, but Marquette is still staying around. Fox just trying to push his bot wave with the help of Lunstorm. Mac does take the Sculler Crab, as Slickmick tries to pull Fox in, but looks like we will just leave the dragon until Metzger Lab can run back down to the pit.
yeah, looking like they might have been able to get that Zed shut down, but just not quite enough damage as he escapes with maybe 50 HP.
And we saw the pings there from Like most likely, pinging those question marks onto the brush where Fox was backing. So was aware that he was there. So it's good on him for not stepping up and stepping up to his death. But right now Butler down by about 2k. So the only reason why they're still in this game is because of the CS advantages they built up for themselves. 60 gold, 60 CS advantage there for Fox in the top lane. Mac with about 30 CS advantage, but if Butler doesn't find some kind of answer right now, Zed's just gonna, you know, continue to push his lead. 5-0-0. Has the completed Yamus. 4-1-5 for the Lilia, so right now the third dragon of the game will be going down there from Marquette. Butler cannot contest. And Marquette now on soul point. Massacre Live could be going down here. Does get slept there by Lilia. Won't be banned though, is there to support. Will knock him back. Massacre Live though, very, very low on HP. Centric tries to go in. Won't be banned, will get pulled away. Does not get the flash out. Second MP though. Does flash onto Mac. Does get the ultimate there from the Shen. As he won't be trying to take him down. Does get a shutdown though, but he will be dashed upon there by Slick Mick. Does fall. Lunstorm though could be the next one to fall. As he does get the great arcane shift over the wall, but he will fall to like Mike. Massacre Live though. Trying to dash away, very, very low on HP. Slick Mick could try to go for the dash. So very low. Does not get the dash onto Massacre Live. 1 HP though. Will be able to just walk it out. Very, very safe. So, unfortunate for Butler, they only get a 3-for-1 there. Fox though is free farming on the top side, but definitely not favorable for Butler.
Yeah, losing 4 members there. Definitely not helpful. They get the Swain, but really just not a great fight for Butler.
Yeah, good on Butler for at least getting 1 shutdown, trying to, you know, make something out of that, but probably would have just been better for Butler to just, you know, disengage, keep every member of them alive. They lose, you know, 3 as a result of them, you know, trying to fight that out. So, I mean, from bad to worse to even worse here from Butler as, you know, Soul Point here from Marquette. Mountain Soul, they won't really be able to, you know, chew through the tanks of Slick Mick and Snickers MVP if they, let Marquette get this. Butler isn't, you know, doing too hot right now. They unfortunately haven't been able to repeat their success in Game 1, and it's really unfortunate to see here as, you know, they're down 12 kills.
Yeah, I mean, they really just need to stall a bit. Let Mac acquire a few more items, and then let him start carrying some fights.
You see the ultimate there from Fox. Does choke down Slick Mick a bunch, but he will stay safe. Does have the completed Sunfire Cape with the Bramble Vest to keep him nice and healthy. As Marquette are looking like they want to push into this top jungle to clear out some vision, maybe get a pick or two. Massacre Life is there. Thought so. Just trying to take down this tower. Maybe then turn around and get an engage on the Slick Mick, but Slick Mick will just back off. Let Fox take that tower. So Butler is getting things done in the split. They do have 3 towers to the 1 of Marquette, but still they are you know, on the back foot in this match. Lunstorm, if we take a look at the gold charts, is down by 3k gold as now Marquette is starting up the Baron right now. Chunking it down, already at about 4k HP. We do see a TP there coming in from Fox. As he is there, won't be banned is there, does get the engage on Snickers MVP, does go get the ultimate there from like Mike. Xbox will be taking down Mac right there in the great ult there from MF. Fox though is very, very low on HP, won't be banned, does get the knockback to keep the rest of his team safe as Lunstorm will just be trying to get some poke on the Slick Mick. Fox and MGL are there to just you know, push him back, but Marquette still looking like they want to go. It's a 5v3 right now, definitely in the favor of Marquette. Butler does stall the Baron, but they lose 2 members for it, so Marquette most likely just going to get some presence somewhere else on the map, so.
Yeah, I was thinking that could have been a good engage for Butler. It was looking like that the Marquette was a bit split, but I think Mac's going a little bit too hard in the paint too early.
Yep, Centric though, he's just staying in the bush, does some great puck on the lunch run, basically takes out his entire H-bar, forces him out of the fight, but Marquette is still here on this Baron. Lilik does land her bowling ball onto Massacre Life as the rest of the members of Butler are rotating over. The health bars of Marquette are relatively low. Slick Mick is pretty low for all things considered. Ultimate of Fox does force them back. So another well, great force off there by Butler, but right now they're not really finding themselves a way back into this game.
Yeah, looking like a tough game. They're still pretty close. I mean, they have good CS and they're only about 2k behind. But they really just need to find one good team fight, get the shutdowns off of Zed and Lilia, and then we can probably think about getting a closer game. But at the moment, it's looking like Marquette is probably going to get this Mountain Soul, and then it's just going to be really, really hard for Butler to come back.
Yeah, Mountain Soul spawning about 15 minutes, so this is probably do or die time for Butler. If they give this up, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to get back to this game, but all 5 members of Butler are here. Actually, Marquette making the call of, hey, we've got 3 dragons, we can give you one no problem. We'll just take the Baron from you, so... Butler, in response, is forced to make this decision. That decision is, you know, rotating over to the Baron, but this Baron's probably gone by the time they get there, unless Massacre Laugh gets some kind of a nice steal, and then we do see the ultimate coming out there from the Ezreal. Blue team does get the slay there, as we do see the immediate death there onto Snickers MVP. Massacre Life is in the pit, though, will fall to Like Mike. Takes out Massacre Live, as is now a 4v4. Mac won't be banned there in the front line, trying to take down Centric, so 4v4. Mountain Soul still is on the table for Marquette, so both teams looking like they want to rotate down. We do see the back there from Shen does have TP to get right back into the fight, also with the ultimate available. Baron buff obviously going to help Marquette a bunch in this upcoming fight. Massacre rely 50 more seconds on his respawn, but this is going to be a very, very close fight. Butler's got to play this perfectly if they want to get the win here.
Yeah, it's looking a bit rough. I definitely would have preferred Butler just go for the Mountain Drake, because I think it was the Baron was sort of lost, and now they might just end up losing the game right here.
Yeah, for some reason Butler just kind of wants to leash the Baron for the side of Marquette with no smite of their own. So now UC team coming in, UC great ultimate there from Manif again. Multi-ban taking all of that damage. Mac though very, very low. Multi-ban low as well. Lunchstorm tries to get the ultimate in. Does actually take down the Lily. Great shutdown there, but that is a 4-for-1 and a Mountain Soul. TP there from Slick Mick into the mid lane, trying to get on to Massacre Life. Does get a great taunt there, but Massacre Life will just be able to walk it out. But this is most likely just the this could be a game-ending push there for Marquette. They have the Baron buff, they have Mountain Soul, 20-second respawn timers. They might just be able to get the inhibitor and maybe even some Nexus turrets. So right now, not sure why Butler tried to start up the Mountain Dragon without their jungler, but it's looking like this is going to be a Marquette win.
Yeah, I'm thinking probably not an end unless MGL just dies instantly.
Yeah, Massacre Live does get a great stop. We do see the shutdown there on the Ezreal, on the Slick Mick. Now, Marquette is running. We do see the stun there onto Snickers MVP. Will be taken down. Butler Fox does get that kill. Like and Citric, the rest of the 2 bounties will be running away, but Butler at least does get something back in return, but they are still so far behind in this game. 4k gold deficit, 24 kills to 9. Down by a Mountain Soul. I mean, if Butler want to have any chance to win this game, they've got to find a way to play team fights effectively.
Yeah, I mean, luckily for them, they do have most of their towers except for the mid lane ones, but they will get a tower for their troubles, looks like.
Yep, the poke of Marquette though still very strong. Those ZQs do so much damage. Mac almost already at half HP. Doesn't have much in semblance of defense. Still hasn't built boots. Sorry, 27 minutes of the game. Not sure what he's doing, but across the map though, if you want to take a look at the gold differences, Fox actually has so much gold on his side. 8k gold there onto Slick Mick. Fox already at 12k gold, has a 4k gold lead, so obviously he's doing super, super well. That's why this gold lead is so close for the side of Butler. Massacre Alive down by about 1.5k gold. Zed up by about 1,000 gold. Bot lane though up by almost 3k. And then obviously support just about a 1.5k gold difference, so yeah, basically the only reason why Butler's still in this game is because of, you know, just the solo plays and the solo farming there. Butler Fox. Snickers MVP doesn't land the pull there. There are 4 members winging the wings, so most likely would have fallen, but 3-item Lucian right now has the stacked Murder Mana on the way to potentially building the Death Dance. Does have the Aegis, as Fox and Mac are there in the top lane. Won't be banned in Massacre Live, clearing out some vision, as it is a 4v5. Shen in spot lane does have his ultimate, so if Butler wants to engage, he will be TPing in on top of the already tanky Mountain Soul that the Marquette side does have.
Yeah. The Mountain Soul is pretty nice.
Yeah, Marquette just trying to slowly get this this top tier 2 turret. Butler forced to clear the mid wave as the Silvermans do push in, so Marquette will be getting this tier 2. Butler cannot unfortunately contest this, as Shen will most likely be getting the tier 1 bot side. Once that wave gets the tower, Marquette, though, looking to take down this inhibitor turret. Unless Butler has anything to say about it. What they're going to need is a good engage onto this MF or onto this Zed. Just try to, you know, get that that lucky ultimate from Massacre Alive onto Like Mike. Followed up by a cast, you know, Flash R. Ground them with a W. That's, you know, Butler's best chance here. And just let Massacre Alive get super super tanky with the gargoyles, but right now that macro advantage that you know, Fox helped out for the team is slowly dissipating as Marquette only is missing one tier 2 turret before they can start to crack the inhibitors.
Yeah, Butler doing a decent job holding out. We do have the Elder Drake coming up in a minute 30, so that is going to be a very important objective for both of these teams.
Yep, and Baron is spawning sooner though, only 25 seconds until it spawns, and Marquette is already set up to take this. Butler went to clear out their bot jungle to try to get some more. Fox though could be engaged upon here by Centric. You see the ultimate there coming out. You see a great ultimate there from Fox, but will most likely be falling. Centric's so low HP, but Like Mike actually does get the finishing blow there onto Fox, and this most likely will be a transition into the Baron for Marquette, unless Massacre Alive can get one of his signature steals. But if he can't, this will most likely be the Baron into the end there from Marquette.
Yeah, it's probably just a Baron secure into mid lane push. Probably ends the game. Don't think there's too much Butler can do. They don't have much long range wave clear.
Yep, and that will be the Baron taken away as we're all like it there in time, as we do see Ping is coming out for the Dragon Pit, as Elder will be spawning, and Butler can't really contest. They don't really have a chance, to be honest. The Mountain Soul combined with the Baron buff just won't allow them to really get a good fight here unless they get some kind of crazy pick onto Like Mike. So if Massacre Alive doesn't get the steal, or if Butler can't get a good team fight, this will just be game. Massacre Alive already pulled in. HP loses about a fourth of his life, as Marquette doesn't want to, you know, potentially throw away their lead with a 50-50 call. Just wants to, you know, go for the 5v5 win. It's a sleep onto Fox, as they all do get to engage. We do see the ground there, as we do see engage there. Actually, this is a great fight for Butler. We do the shutdown onto Like Mike. Fox will be taken down by Centric. Slickmink, though, is low HP, as we do get the shutdown there from Massacre Alive. Just try to get Slickmink down very, very, very low. Lunstorm, though, tries to get some damage onto Slicker's MVP, but he will get the great kill. Lunstorm very, very low on HP. DW there from the Swain almost takes him down. You see the engage there from Centric, very, very low. That is a double kill there for the Lilia, and the kill from the Zed, as that is an ace for Marquette, and this will be the end of the game for Butler.
Yeah, they should just be walking over to mid now. Yeah, gonna take the inhibitor and the Nexus Tower, so this is probably gonna be game over for Butler, unfortunately, but a great game from Marquette in this one.
Yeah, and Butler had the fight. They got the engage on to Like Mike, killed him right off the bat, but unfortunately the members of Marquette were just too strong. But actually, it looks like Marquette doesn't want to take any chances.
Yeah.
So just going to take down 2 inhibitors, get the reset off, and most likely just take down this Elder. So Butler still has a couple more minutes into this game, but it won't be long once they get that Elder Dragon.
Yeah, I think Elder is definitely should be game over. I think they'll probably end up losing a fight and then losing the game.
Yeah, all Centric needs to do is, you know, get an ultimate onto one of the backline of Butler, and, you know, his Qs will probably just, pentakill the, entire, squishy side of Butler, unfortunately, since, you know, won't be banned not having the best game. He's 0-9. He tried to keep his Ezreal safe all game, but Sticker's MVP just, you know, had an answer for the entirety of the game. Centric obviously playing so well, 9-0-10, even though he has been down by CS in every single game. He has really come back from the deficits put on him, and he is right now carrying his team, 700 gold bounty. Almost full build, does have the stopwatch there, so this is all but over here for Butler in the next team fight.
Yeah, Centric really just the type of guy to farm champions instead of minions. So, doing great on the Zed here.
Yeah, and this is just a, you know, a no-nonsense game here for Marquette. They don't want to, take any risks. Don't want to let Butler get any kind of chance back into the game. And this is what they need. We do see the dive there from the Shen Cheskan into the backline. Actually is taken down right away. Butler Mac does get a kill into him, and this is actually a failed engage there. It won't be banned though. Will be taken down by the Elder. Vicious will get that kill, but there's a great, kill there from Butler. We do see the Saris there coming out from Mac, as we do have Like Mike there just pushing them back. We do have one Nexus turret left as Marquette is pushing it in. Elder buff will be wearing down, but they still have it as they're going for the last push of the game. MGL will be slept here by Physics as he just tried to get the kill. We do see the flash here. Will be able to get himself to Fountain to keep himself alive, but that last Nexus turret will be falling down. This is Butler's last chance. They do get the ult onto Like Mike, but he actually is very, very low on HP. Matt tries to get some kind of engage onto Centric, but he will be falling very, very shortly. Lunchroom cannot do anything as Fox is on the back line, cannot get anything. Double care there from Slicker's MVP as Marquette will be taking Game 3 against Butler.
Yeah, clean play from Marquette. They decided to play it safe a few times when I think they probably could have ended, but a clean game from them nonetheless. Centric still deathless in this game on the Zed, really coming in clutch for his squad.
Yeah, and that is just Marquette coming in and cleaning up and doing what they need to do. They had a pretty rough game one. Butler pretty handily took that game on the back of Matt just basically solo carrying the game. And then from then on, Slicker's MVP just took over the game, had some great engages there on the bot lane. In Game 2, Game 3, more of the same, unfortunately. Won't be banned, not having really a successful time there with the Ezreal. Kind of two opposites working together. Ezreal wanting to play safe, Alistar wanting to engage. And Mac just kind of, got abused in the mid lane, just constant ganks there from Vizix. Forced him to fall behind, and even though Fox built up a great lead from himself, almost had the most goal in his team, almost the most in the game, just it wasn't enough. Butler just couldn't really do much.
Yeah, they fell a little bit too far behind early and just couldn't quite get back in it. So Marquette just cleans it up with the Game 2 and Game 3 victory and win the series.
And that's exactly what we want to see from Marquette, right? If they have, a rough game one, what you want to see is you want to see them come back in games 2 and 3 and win out and show that, even though Butler had, a pretty strong comp for themselves with all the flex picks, they had the Yumi, they had some great utility all over the map. And, Marquette's still in it. They have some, great players in Centric and in Snicker's MVP showing up with the jungle prowess of Vizix, That literally became one of the picks of the series, alongside the Alistar. But yeah, unfortunately, Butler does lose this game, 1-2, and they are not out yet. They will fall to the losers bracket, where they will face the loser of one of the other brackets. I'm not exactly sure who that is, but they will have another match next week, and then it'll be do or die time, since this is only double elimination. We are not in a round robin season for this this fall, so Butler hopefully need to pull together here to continue their lives in the Big East season. But with that, Jacob, any closing thoughts?
I mean, clean games from both teams. A good recovery in the series from Marquette, but yeah, Butler just not having a great game 2 and 3, falling a bit too far behind and not able to catch up. But yeah, great games from both teams.
Yeah, and like we said, Butler will return next week with their matchup in the losers bracket, but today, unfortunately, they fall to Marquette. So, thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night, and we will see you next time.